Go to Coach's Corner after this on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jan here. Spring is in the air. Time to get back outside with a new Toyota.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota. Let's go places.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card to give duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
Jan here. Spring is in the air. Time to get back outside with a new Toyota.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota. Let's go places.
Live from Seattle, this is Duck Basketball in the NCAA Tournament on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
I'm a third-generation race car driver, and I dedicate a lot of my time going fast. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Let's ask their parents a lot of questions.
Why can't people fly?
Gravity.
Is the moon really made of cheese?
Yep, cream cheese.
When can I move into a big kid's car seat?
For some questions, parents may not have the answer, but that's okay. They can't know everything, but knowing the right seat for their age and size will help protect them in a car crash. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Where do babies come from?
Good luck, Dad. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Welcome back to the NCAA Tournament. Joey Mack talking with Oregon basketball head coach Dane Altman on the Toyota Coach's Corner. Coach, just some takeaways from round one. You're still playing. That's always a good thing.
Absolutely. No, we came out with a lot of energy, and our defensive intensity, I think, got Liberty on their heels, and we hit some shots early. They didn't, and we were able to keep that pace going. So good effort. Got our guys into the tournament, and now it's just a matter of really playing well today. Arizona's a really good ball team, playing well, went to the finals, got beat by Houston in the Big 12 tournament, beat Texas Tech along the way, Kansas, two teams that obviously are pretty good. So we know we're going to have to play, and unbelievable rebounding numbers against Akron. So hitting the boards, something that has hurt us against Michigan State and some of the bigger teams we've faced. We're going to have to do a great job on the boards.
Coach talked about just getting into the tournament. How big of a deal is that now in the second game? That the guys have gone through it already once. Arizona, I guess, too, but just to get the nerves out of the way.
I think it helps. A lot of teams settle into that second game. The first game always a little jittery just because you got a lot of guys who haven't participated in the tournament before. Second game, everybody's a little bit more comfortable, and hopefully, we'll play that way. We won't turn it over. We had 14 turnovers, which is a little concerning. We got to make sure we handle the ball better today. Got to get on the boards, and then defensively, their transition game, we got to get back, put our defense together.
Talking about Arizona in a moment, Coach, but I did want to take a chance to ask you a little bit about the guys, some of your depth guys that got some NCAA tournament minutes. That's a pretty special thing for those guys, isn't it?
I hope so. I think they enjoyed it. Mookie got a couple buckets down. Jamari, those are two guys really talented that just have experienced players in front of them. We played 9 guys, so we got those 9 guys on the floor quite a bit, and Mookie and Jamari ready to go.
You talked about Arizona, Coach. Just some of the scouting report for fans. What do the Wildcats bring to the table in this matchup?
They're a high-scoring team in the top 5, 10 in the country in scoring points, so we got to get back, put our defense together. I mentioned the rebounding that they had, +7 on the year, and did a tremendous job against Akron. And then we just can't turn it over. We got to handle the ball, and their defensive intensity, they'll get out in lanes and make it kind of tough.
There's certainly some history between these two programs. Coach, is that fun for you as a coach, matching up with these guys again?
Well, we've always had a lot of respect for Arizona, and we know that they're talented, very talented, and we're going to have to play real well to beat them. But there is a level of familiarity with them. They know us, we know them, so both teams, I'm sure, will get after each other.
You talked a little bit about the transition, what they do, other keys to success. What's on your mind here?
We've got to rebound the ball, and again, turnovers. When we don't turn the ball over, our offense has been pretty good. When we share the ball, we've got a stat. We're undefeated when we have at least 16 assists, so we just got to share the ball. Lastly, Seattle coach, another chance for fans to show up. I imagine this will be a fun environment for your guys. Fans were great. We had a good crowd there Friday and Saturday night or Sunday night game now. I hope we have a number of people, but regardless, really appreciate the fans that have traveled with us, and it's a big night for us, and appreciate the support. Let's keep playing, Coach. Go get them. Thanks.
Dane Altman with us for the Toyota Coaches Corner. Toyota, let's go places. Talking about the keys to the game, I really think it's very simple. Oregon has matched up with Arizona 27 times in Coach Altman's tenure. Again, the Ducks are 15-12 against the Wildcats under Coach Altman's leadership. Ducks are 2-2 against Arizona as well in the Pac-12 tournaments. Most recently, that's when the Ducks actually got the Wildcats, was in that Pac-12 tournament. But there have been some great games between these two programs, and it's fun to see it on the floor again, I got to tell you.
Well, Oregon's been 9-1 the last 10 games, Joey. Yeah. And a huge piece of that is they're holding teams to under 64 points a game and 38% shooting. Arizona, if I had a critique of them, I would say that they're a streaky shooting team that relies on offensive rebounds and second chance points. They have guys like Caleb Love who can get it going. He's shown at times that he can score a lot of points, scoring 36 at Matthew Knight Arena just a couple years ago. But limiting Arizona to one shot and defending the three, I think, is a huge key. And then taking care of the basketball. Which team is going to turn it over and have fewer turnovers in this game will be big.
Well, I mean, just look at the game we just watched in front of us, Maryland and Colorado State. You talk about how important each possession is, right? Like, every possession here matters. You got to maximize those points per possession, especially in March Madness.
Absolutely, and sometimes Arizona's best offense is a quick shot on the other end, and they go down and score right away, or a turnover. They're so deadly in transition. You're going to have to send a couple guys back in defensive transition, take care of the basketball, and take smart shots, which Oregon has proven to do.
Let's break down the Wildcats when we come back. Sweet 16 on the line, the NCAA tournament. Coverage from Seattle continues next on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. Or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
Or, Duck fans, why not get them all? Order with the app and get a bacon double cheeseburger, 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, and soft drink for only $7. Offer valid exclusively in the McDonald's app. Must opt into rewards at participating restaurants.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Since 1894, the rivalry between Oregon and Oregon State has grown to a fever pitch. The 2024-25 rivalry series is in full force, and the action between the Ducks and Beavers will be exciting. Year after year, the student-athletes, coaches, and schools take great pride in being part of one of the longest rivalry series in the nation. The University of Oregon would like to thank Pacific South Plans, Albertson Safeway, Toyota, and First Interstate Bank as being the proud partners of this year's rivalry series.
It's been so long. How have you been?
Hello, I'm doing well.
Dave, why are you talking that way?
Please say 1 for a compliment or 2 for a question.
Yeah, this is weird. I think I'm gonna go.
Talking with an automated phone tree can feel pretty ridiculous. That's why when you call Pacific Source Health Plans, you'll get a real person to answer all your important questions.
Pacific Source Health Plans? This is a real person. How can I help you?
Human service, not automated phone trees. Find a plan at PacificSourceMembersFirst.com.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember. Back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide your arms for this wayward son?
NCAA tournament coverage continuing from Seattle. I'm Joey Mack along with Luke Jackson, closing in on a 6:48 official tip time. Our U.S. Bank tip-off on the way here shortly. But first, let's meet the Wildcats of Arizona. They went 23-12 so far this year. They went 14-6 in the Big 12, their debut in the Big 12 Conference. As usual, they were good at home, went 13-3 at home, 6-5 on the road, 4-4 in neutral site games. They got off to a little bit of a slow start before, I think, really peaking at the right time. They lost to Houston in the Big 12 championship game, but beat Kansas, beat Texas Tech in that tournament. And, you know, truthfully, it's a Arizona team that's still immensely talented, and they can score at a really high rate. 82.1 points per game, top 20 nationally in scoring, and also top 20 nationally in pretty much every offensive category, including efficiency. They shoot 48% from the floor. They get up a lot of shots. They really, really like to run in transition, don't they?
They really do, and they can beat you in multiple ways. You kind of have to pick what you're going to try to take away, and I look to Dana Altman to switch defenses. We were talking about this at the break. Give them multiple looks, keep them off balance in the half court, and if you can stop them from scoring in the half court, limit their transition baskets by taking care of the basketball and making good decisions on the offensive end, I think the nod goes to Oregon. Now, if you turn the ball over and allow offensive rebounds, it's anybody's game.
They're a good rebounding team, too. They're plus 7.6 in rebounding margin. They were the best in the Big 12. They are 14th in the country in rebounds per game at 40. Some of that is they just take a lot of shots, right? Some of it is that they like to get them up quick, but they do rebound well, and I want to start there. Trey Townsend, an Oakland transfer, fifth-year guy, very physical, rebounds the ball well for a guy who's 6'6". And then Tobe Awaka, very physical on the boards. 8 rebounds a game. Tennessee transfer, 8 points a contest. He's very physical, really gets after it. Then the big man inside, a lot of pick and pop for number 13, Henry Vasar. Kind of a skilled big, averages 9 points and 5 rebounds a game. But then into the backcourt. Jaden Bradley, number 0, have the ball in his hands a lot. Alabama transfer, 12 points a game, nearly 4 assists per contest. Anthony Del Orso, a lot of threes, hits 41% of them, and he's attempted over 100 on the season. And then KJ Lewis has been kind of an up-and-down player for Arizona. Number 5, driver, a lot of shots around the rim. And he hasn't shot it as well lately. Didn't shoot it all that well against Akron. He was even showing some frustration after his 4 for 12 performance. Still had 10 points in 20 minutes. But it all goes around number 1, Caleb Love. The fifth-year UNC transfer. He can drive. He shoots threes early. He runs the floor. They are looking for him all the time, and Caleb Love is a guy averaging over 16 a game, but he could go, dare I remember this, 36. He could go for 36 in a contest.
Joey, there's interesting matchups up and down both sides of this roster. You got Vasar with Biddle, Awaka with Supreme Cook, Caleb Love with TJ Bamba. So many great athletes and great basketball players. It's going to come down to discipline and toughness on the offensive end and not letting a team like Arizona get out and run. And Caleb Love, like you mentioned, is a guy, he's a volume shooter. So he's going to get up a lot of shots. You got to make sure you're boxing out and getting rebounds. Arizona relies on those second chance opportunities to score.
He's Luke Jackson. I'm Joey Mack. More keys and our U.S. Bank tip-off coming as the Ducks looking to head to the Sweet 16. Oregon and Arizona here. And back in the OSN studios, Ashley Gentry with some updates for you around Oregon athletics and the NCAA tournament. March Madness here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community, and First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Kevin Cunningham. Kevin is a battalion chief at our local fire department, leading with courage and dedication. He mentors young firefighters and coaches track and field, helping young athletes reach their dreams. As a devoted father of 5, Kevin exemplifies commitment in everything he does. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Kevin Cunningham.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pizza.
Thank you. But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
Time for an update of scores from around the Big Ten and the nation. In the Oregon Sports Network studios, here's Ashley Gentry.
March Madness continues for your Oregon Ducks tonight up in Seattle against the 4-seed Arizona Wildcats. Familiar foe for the Ducks. Last postseason meeting came with an upset for Oregon over Arizona before the Ducks went on to win the Pac-12 title before heading to the Big Ten. We'll see if Oregon can keep it rolling and take down the Wildcats here tonight. Getting you updated on the rest of tournament action this evening. Most games have gone final. No upsets yet, but a couple coming real close. But 2-seed Alabama out of the East region just rolling past 7-seed St. Mary's 80-66 your final score there. Then 3-seed Kentucky takes down 6-seed Illinois in the Midwest region. The first Sweet 16 appearance for the Wildcats in 6 years. Final score 84-75. Kentucky wins. Illinois' trip ends tonight. Then our 2 closest matchups for you tonight. The 8-seed UConn. They're trying to keep their run going for 3 straight consecutive titles, but number 1 seed Florida Gators say no to the Huskies, and they win it by 2, 77-75. This one was a tie after 31-31, but how about Walter Clayton Jr. turning up some of that Florida heat to propel the Gators past the Huskies?
123 and counting. Clayton will bring it across. Met by Diarra on the logo. Clayton picks it up, flips it to Hauk in the horn set. Out to Condon. Big to big. Condon top of the arc. Hands to the Clayton. Clayton trying to turn the corner. Chased by Diarra. Square. Shoots! Ripped the three-pointer off the right wing. Yeah! Whoa! Walter Clayton Jr. 70-64 with 1 minute and 3 seconds to go.
That three-pointer would be part of 13 points in the final 8 minutes from senior guard Walton Clayton Jr., to get the win for the Florida Gators. Sean Kelly from Learfield on the call. Our other final for tonight, and that was the game that was on the court just ahead of ours. 4-seed Maryland taking on 12-seed Colorado State. Rams led this game most of the way. Maryland would take the lead at the line late in the second, and then a buzzer beater by Derek Queen, the freshman for the Terps, secures the win, banks it off the glass. Maryland advances 72-71, your final score. 2 games still ongoing right now. Second half just getting started for 3-seed Iowa and 6-seed Ole Miss. And Ole Miss has the lead, 48-37. We'll keep you updated on that one as we go along tonight. Then 10-seed New Mexico taking on 2-seed Michigan State. Lower seed in the lead again. 2 minutes to go in the first half, and it's 29-26 New Mexico. That's how it looks tonight. We'll get you caught up on what happened last night, what seeding looks like moving towards the Sweet 16 at halftime. But right now we're going to take a quick timeout and then get you back courtside up in Seattle. It's 5-seed Oregon versus 4-seed Arizona coming up on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
The passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports. And we've got you covered on SiriusXM College Sports Radio. There's complete coverage of every major conference, plus live games and 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now and see offer details at SiriusXM.com/collegesportsradio25.
Everybody in your crew identifies as either Big Mac Burger, McNuggets, or McCrispy Sandwich. But you're the Filet-O-Fish Sandwich all day. That crispy fish, that savory tartar sauce, that melty cheese, that pillowy bun. Yeah, you get it. Every time.
You heard the man. Buy one Filet-O-Fish, Big Mac, or 10-piece McNuggets. Add one for $1. Prices and participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for items of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now. So good to see you here.
Spot in the Sweet 16 on the line. Oregon facing the Wildcats of Arizona. Joey Mack along with Luke Jackson. This Pac-12 rivalry renewed. The 4-seed Wildcats, 5-seed Ducks. We've covered a lot of keys to the game. Here's the one that I'll mention. You can't let a run be sustained for maybe more than 8 points in a game like this. I feel like this is going to come down to trading buckets and mini runs, if you will. You can't let Caleb Love or any of the Wildcats go on a run and extend a lead in a game like this. I feel like you got to stay in rubber band distance, don't you think?
Absolutely, and you've got two veteran coaches and Dana Altman, and Tommy Lloyd's no stranger to the tournament. He went with Gonzaga many, many years, and he's been every year since he's been the head coach at Arizona. One of the highest winning percentages of any coach taking over a program. But put simply, rebounding and taking care of the ball. The team with the fewest turnovers, I think, has got the best chance to win, but this could be a back-and-forth basketball game, Joey.
Yeah, Tommy Lloyd's won 111 games in his first 4 seasons. The only guy who's won more in the first 4 seasons as a head coach was Brad Stevens at Butler, who is now of really NBA fame at this point.
Yes, he was an amazing coach at the college and the professional level, and then went into being a general manager for a little while. But Tommy Lloyd's no stranger to March Madness, and neither is Dana Altman. And you look at his record in the first round with the success that he's had, especially with these Ducks over the last many years.
That's right. Ducks and Wildcats coming up. U.S. Bank tip-off from Seattle when we come back on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
Jan here. Spring is in the air. Time to get back outside with a new Toyota.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
Before watching the big game in the arena next to strangers turned into cheering for the home team with new friends, someone had to bring aloha. Kona Big Wave, bring the aloha. Copyright 2024 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri, 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
Duck basketball in the NCAA tournament.
Behind the back dribble off the pass, he scores an and one.
On the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh. I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Looked it up, in the last 14 years we played 27 times.
Oregon's gonna win it! Ducks 67, Wildcats 59!
It is unusual, but we are looking forward to the challenge again.
Now inside, Biddle puts it back. Bamba ahead to Shellstat, sets his feet, left wing, knocks down the three.
It's a physical game, you know, growing up, if your mom told you it's not a physical sport, it is.
Shellstat, long three!
Oregon.
KJ Evans throws it down.
Arizona.
Guys realize this, the stakes and the media attention and everything.
This is the round of 32. It's time for Duck basketball on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. Today's game is brought to you by Les Schwab Tire Centers, doing the right thing since 1952. McDonald's, save 20% off your next order only in the McDonald's app. Download today for even more deals. Pepsi and Bigfoot Beverages, go Ducks. Drink Pepsi. Coors Light, choose chill. By OCCU, the credit union that gives you more. By U.S. Bank. U.S. Bank is a proud sponsor of Oregon Athletics. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. And by Pacific Source Health Plans, doing what's right, not just what's required. Now let's go back to courtside. Here again, Joey Mack.
Live from Seattle, along with Luke Jackson, Oregon, being introduced here at Climate Pledge Arena, facing the Wildcats of Arizona. No surprises in your starting lineup. It will be Jackson Shellstat, TJ Bamba, Keyshawn Barthelemy, and then in the front court, Brandon Angel and Nate Biddle. This has been the lineup that's worked for the Ducks, and they'll square off with the lineup that's been pretty consistent really all season long for Arizona, especially through conference season. And that starting lineup for Tommy Lloyd is number 0, Jaden Bradley. Number 1, Caleb Love. Number 3, Anthony Del Orso. Number 4, Trey Townsend. And number 30, Tobe Awaka. Love's the guy that can fill it up, but a lot of talent on that Arizona roster, in white with Arizona written across the chest and blue with the red outline. Ducks are in their Fighting Ducks green uniforms here. Seems fitting. I think these were the uniforms that the Ducks won in when Peyton Pritchard was playing for the Ducks. And he had some words in Seattle after that win over the Huskies.
He said this was my city, I believe, if I could read lips.
And a few other things.
Yeah.
March Madness logo on the floor. The crew today, James Breeding, DJ Karstensen, and Matt Potter. U.S. Bank bringing you the tip-off, a proud sponsor of the Oregon Ducks. U.S. Bank, equal housing lender, member FDIC. It's Biddle against Awaka. We are underway with Oregon winning the tip here at Climate Pledge Arena. Shellstad works it to Bartholomew left side, pass to Biddle, back cut, Angel dunks. Ducks ran a play in a hurry, got an easy 2 early.
Just a miscommunication by Arizona on a simple ball screen. Easy bucket for Brandon Angel to start the game.
Love's got it. Going to see this matchup a lot. Love defended by Bomba. Arizona passes it away to Awaka. Trying to back down Biddle. Down low, right side. I think he traveled.
He had great contact with Biddle, but just kind of had the chair pulled out from underneath him and shuffled backwards. Arizona with the traveling call. It'll be Oregon ball.
Ducks in front early, just getting underway. Here in the NCAA tournament. Duck ball around the perimeter, left side. Bomba taking it toward the cup, kicks out from the middle of the lane to Angel. He knocks down the 3. Brandon Angel, welcome to the fun, sir. He leads Arizona 5-0. Wildcat ball, Love to the right mid-post, puts one up and hits with the right hand. He'll do that.
And that's what he can do. He's a dangerous scorer from just about anywhere on the floor, hitting the runner with the right hand in the lane.
Shellstad help from a middle screen, passes to Angel, over to the right side, Bomba. Bomba dribbles toward the elbow, crosses through, left post, shot up, too strong, Arizona board.
Got to his spot, just couldn't finish.
Ahead to Bradley, Ducks do get back. Bradley, though, takes it into the middle of the lane, misses around the cup, offensive rebound, put back off glass, rebound Angel, Bomba. Whew, he's okay. Fell towards some cameras. I always worry about that this time of year. Bartholomew, pass to Shellstad, now to the right corner, Bomba. Ducks by 3 early. Shellstad to the left side, Angel. Angel's got all 5 of Oregon's points so far. Passes to Biddle. Left side, now to the middle of the floor, Shellstad. 7 to shoot. Shellstad, step back, long 3. Yep.
He had the matchup that he wanted. Awaka switched out on a Jackson Shellstad, just walked him down, took a little step back, smooth 3-point shot for Jackson.
8-2 Ducks. Love bounces it to Townsend, fakes a 3 left wing, goes toward the hole, draws contact, he'll go to the line. Townsend has scored a lot of points in his college career, but most of them came at Oakland. Now averaging 8.5 points a game and 4 rebounds per contest for the Wildcats, but he is a physical 6'6" player.
Townsend is an important piece for offense for the Arizona Wildcats. You can't lose him in transition as he knocks down his first free throw. He's great at posting up, good around the basket. Kind of a versatile player that can do a little bit of everything.
78% foul shooter on the year. Oregon cheerleaders sitting baseline with the Duck, trying to distract Townsend, but he hits the free throw. Duck was actually covering his eyes. That seems appropriate. Figures to be a tense game. 8-4, Oregon leading now. 17:35 first half. Handoff around the perimeter, Shellstad. Dribbling, passing now on a bounce to Biddle. Biddle tries to swipe through, and Awaka knocks it out of his hands.
Biddle had a walk on the post about 15 feet out, tried to swing through and draw the foul. Awaka pokes it out of bounds. Oregon ball sideline out.
Bomba inbound to Biddle. Handoff back to Bomba. Comes around down the left side. Rises and slams. Oh, TJ Bomba with the bounce. 10-4 Ducks. Del Orso trying to answer for the Wildcats. Passes to Townsend left wing. Backing down, left block, spinning. Blocked by Nate Biddle. Outlet to Shellstad. NBA misses the 3. Little heat check for number 3.
You like the aggression, though, early by Jackson Shellstad, setting the tone for the Oregon Ducks on offense.
Awaka give to Love with Oregon leading by 6. Around the screen, Love leaning toward the basket, short on the runner, rebounding foul against the Wildcats. With 16:42 to go in the first half, a great start for the Ducks, holding Arizona to 0 for its last 4. Meanwhile, the Ducks are 4 of 6 from the floor early.
As Arizona subs in, Vasar,
the big man, 7-footer, off the bench. KJ Evans in to counter for the Ducks. He's got it left wing. Around a Bomba screen. Evans into the lane. Passes to Biddle. Biddle misses it. Put back, no. Second put back, no. Arizona snags the rebound now. Love ahead to the right side. KJ Lewis also in off the bench. Give to Vasar. 3 from the top is short. That's the spot he likes from 3, though. Vasar, 34% from 3. The majority of them are straight away. 16:08 to go in the first half. Ducks 10, Wildcats 4. Around a screen. Shellstad behind the back pass to Biddle. Triple, yes!
Nathan Biddle so dangerous on that pick. Footer. It's an adjustment for the shot blocking Vasar for Arizona.
13-4 Oregon. Shellstad almost a steal. Lewis able to keep it. Now another steal attempt knocked loose to Vasar. Shellstad steals it again. Racing up the floor. Shellstad lays it in.
That burst of speed that Jackson Shellstad has in the front court is shocking as he gets to the cup for the finger roll.
2 turnovers for Arizona. 5 points off of them for the Ducks already. 7-0 run for Oregon the last minute 45. Ducks by 11. Wildcats with it. Lost the handle up top. Love gives it right to Evans. 3-on-1. Shellstad fouled. Didn't get the call. Evans cleans it up and won. 17-4 Ducks. The first media timeout in Seattle. A free throw for Evans when we come back. All Oregon to start.
KJ Evans flexing with the and one putback after he comes up with the steal, gives it up to Jackson Shellstad, and then found money around the rim whenever KJ Evans comes in with that type of energy.
17-4 Ducks. Got to keep it going. 15-11 to go in the first half. A lot of basketball left on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Yeah, add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. Or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
Or, Duck fans, why not get them all? Order with the app and get a bacon double cheeseburger, 4-piece chicken McNugget, small fries, and soft drink for only $7. Offer valid exclusively in the McDonald's app. Must opt into rewards at participating restaurants.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby. Better than I've been to myself.
Boy, what a start. 9-0 run for Oregon into a foul and timeout. KJ Evans cleaned up a miss from Shellstad where there was a lot of contact around the basket. Oregon, though, again in transition. The Ducks already have 3 turnovers forced, 7 points off turnovers. That was one of your keys to this game, Luke.
Jackson Shellstad's had 3 or 4 deflections, I think 2 of which he came up with steals, and KJ Evans got the other one. But if we can go back a few possessions, it's been such a fast-paced game. TJ Bomba dunking on the entire University of Arizona, going down the lane. You know, so many times he'll lay it in. He went up angry
Had some
at
bounce.
the rim.
Had some bounce. Evans goes to the line here where he is a 74% foul shooter on the year. Missed it. Ball ricochets away and out of bounds off Arizona. Nothing going right for the Wildcats early.
Great awareness by Jackson Shelstead, kind of darting in there and able to get the ball to deflect off Arizona. Oregon ball.
Inbound to Biddle. Down to the free throw line, Evans. Evans takes a dribble, passes it, gets the ball back on a give and go and draws contact. He got behind the defense, and Carter Bryant, coming off the bench, was beat and held him. Great little give and go between the two big men. Biddle and Evans showing the ability to play away from the basket.
Oregon's big men have been doing that all season. Angel, Evans, Biddle.
Baseline out of bounds. Bamba into the right corner. Biddle trying to back down to the post. Faces the basket. Bounces it to Evans. Scoops through. Scores. Lefty take. Step through the zone, and Oregon leads it 19-4. Arizona ball up top, Bradley. Passes to Vasar. Now Love. Love. Into the lane. Kicks back out. Ball to the left corner. And a foul called against the Ducks. Dribbling around with the basketball. Bradley drew contact from KJ Evans. Oregon's on an 11-0 run. Ducks have hit 4 of their last 5. Wildcats have not scored in 3:15. Ducks in front 19-4, 14:28 to go in the first half. Wildcat inbound after the foul. Second on the Ducks. Bradley takes one dribble, now a 3, and he cans it.
And that's the first time that Oregon's got bit by Biddle hanging off of Vasar all the way down in the key, just no help there.
19-7 Ducks now, 14:05 to go in the first half. Barthélemy handles it near midcourt, passes to Biddle, back cut, Shelstad reverse, got it.
What a pass by Nathan Biddle, and finish up and under with the English Jackson Shelstad.
21-7 Ducks. Love, top of the circle. Trying to go down the left side. Whistles.
Both teams playing straight up man-to-man. Oregon hanging completely off of the big man, number 13, Vasar. Nathan Biddle protecting the rim already with a shot block here.
Bam Tracy in, TJ Bamba out. With 13:44 to go in the first half. Wildcats inbound. To Love, left corner. Tracy right there on him, fights through a screen, forces a pass to Bradley, now right wing, 3 up from Carter Bryant. He hits. The freshman out of Riverside, California, very talented, 6.5 points a game. Knocked down the triple there. 21-10, Oregon in front still, 13:24 to go in the first half. Ball into Biddle. Middle of the lane, a whistle as he put up a right-handed hook. Foul against Vasar for Arizona. Wildcats 4th.
Oregon's had great patience in the post by Biddle and KJ Evans, and they're getting whatever they want. So far, it's been a matchup problem for Arizona defending Oregon bigs.
That's 2 on Vasar. The 7-footer in a little foul trouble with 13:19 to go in the first half. Ducks into Biddle. Biddle trying to muscle his way to the bucket, has it stolen. Bradley runs the floor, misses the lay-in. Bryant puts it back. He also misses. Another offensive rebound. Owaka physicals his way up. He'll go to the line. Didn't make it, but the Ducks didn't get the rebound.
You see the athleticism of both teams on display. It's athlete for athlete. You have to get a body and box out down there. And don't try and out-jump anyone because everyone's up around the rim.
13:04 first half. Ducks by 11. Free throw no good from Owaka. 68% foul shooter this year.
Supreme Cook in for Oregon. Giving Biddle a blow. Great minutes so far for Nathan Biddle.
Next free throw, missed it. Evans snags it. Ducks up 11. Crossing the timeline, Shellstad. Shellstad calling the play, 17 to shoot. Angles to his right, launches a three, knocks it down, 24-10 Ducks.
The level of difficulty of that three-point shot was amazing.
Arizona quickly the other way. KJ Lewis to the basket, lays it in. That's what the Wildcats will do. 24-12 Oregon. Shellstad angles left, passes to Evans. Open for a triple, in and out. Had a good look and a walk-out rebounds it. Good shot. Another quick drive for Arizona. Caleb Love makes it.
You got to get back. You got to take 2 hard steps and point to your man because Arizona is going to get out in transition.
10-point lead for the Ducks. Shellstad past Evans. Now Barthélemy. Barthélemy around the perimeter. Crosses over down the left side. Lays it in. Nice drive. Keyshawn Barthélemy. Oregon up 26-14. Under 12 now. Love with it. Passes to Awaka. Love gets it back. Left wing. Tracy there defending. And Tracy fouls Love. Trying to move to the middle of the floor.
And that's just an easy call for the official. Anytime the defender puts 2 hands and disrupts, you're going to get that call.
Ducks still in front, 26-14. Oregon, 5 of its last 6 from the floor. 12-point lead with 11:35 to go in the first half on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
It's been so long. How have you been?
Hello, I'm doing well.
Dave, why are you talking that way?
Please say 1 for a compliment or 2 for a question.
Yeah, this is weird. I think I'm going to go.
Talking with an automated phone tree can feel pretty ridiculous. That's why when you call Pacific Source Health Plans, you'll get a real person to answer all your important questions.
Pacific Source Health Plans? This is a real person. How can I help you?
Human service, not automated phone trees. Find a plan at PacificSourceMembersFirst.com.
You're listening to the NCAA Tournament on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
My son, Ricky, took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me, and I contemplated suicide. My grandson, I was going to have to be here for him. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe.
Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Ducks with a strong first half so far, 26-14. Oregon shooting 61% to start this contest, 11 of 18 and 4 of 6 from 3. Might not keep that shooting percentage up, but the defense has generated some offense for the Ducks so far, Luke.
And they've been passing the ball really well. They've already got 4 assists. How many times this season has it gone from Brandon Angel to Biddle to Evans? Great passing big men, but at the defensive end, they've been limiting Arizona to one shot. And that's a tall order with Awaka, with Bryant, with the athletes that Arizona has out on the floor right now.
Ducks seem to find a way to perform their best in the month of March. Ducks trying to advance to their 6th Sweet 16 under Dana Altman. Oregon leading by 12 here. Raheem Moss in the game now. Caleb Love driving, passes it off, and a great lay-in from Awaka. He was met at the bucket, still scored it. Ducks by 10 now. 11:15 to go in the first half. 26-16 Oregon. Shellstad passes it to Moss, right wing. He puts it on the floor, dishes it to Tracy. Now Tracy driving, hangs, missed it. Took it through to the left block, couldn't score.
This is a little bit of a defensive lineup in for Oregon.
Love around a screen, airballs the jumper at the free throw line out of bounds. He doesn't do that often.
Got some big, physical, strong players in. Angel, Bam Tracy, Raheem Moss, Supreme Cook, giving Biddle a blow on the bench right now.
Shellstad crosses midcourt. 20 to shoot. Left wing, still dribbling. Now he bounces it to the right. Moss, dish to Tracy. Inside, Brandon Angel. Angel spinning toward the bucket. Met on his way up and a held ball. With 10:31 to go, possession arrow points to the Wildcats. It's a turnover for the Ducks, leading by 10.
Number 9, Bryant for Arizona is just a promising young player. Great athlete. He's got great length and timing. Good defensive stand against Angel there for Arizona.
TJ Bomba's back in now for the Ducks, as is Nate Biddle.
Shellstad gets a well-needed breather. Been playing so well for the Ducks, both ends of the floor.
Love, round a screen, passes right side, caught by Lewis now. Right sideline, working to the wing, out of the middle of the floor. Pulls up, 12-footer, no. Offensive rebound, Awaka off the glass for 2. Arizona within single digits now, 26-18.
Awaka is such a strong offensive rebounder. You got to get to his body, keep him off the offensive glass.
Bartholomew passes to Moss. Right wing, Moss to Biddle, left elbow. Biddle trying to back down. Left mid post now, spinning. Low post, ball deflected, stolen. Arizona running the floor. Love, met by Raheem Moss. Misses a tough lay-in. Grabs the miss himself, fades away, and hits the jumper. Great D by Moss. Ducks just didn't get the rebound. And Dana Altman calls for time.
Last 2 possessions, Arizona doing what they do best, collecting offensive rebounds for putbacks.
Coach Altman saying that there was a foul at the other end. Still talking to the officials about it. 9:35 to go in the first half. A bonus timeout here in the first half, with Oregon leading 26-20, with the Wildcats on a 6-0 run here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jan here. Spring is in the air. Time to get back outside with a new Toyota.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry aisle.
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild. There's dancing, binge-watching, and this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Jan here. Spring is in the air. Time to get back outside with a new Toyota.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
You knew Arizona was going to make a run, and with 9:35 to go in the first half, they're doing exactly that. Ducks 26, Wildcats 20. Really, Arizona had to make a run. Otherwise, this could have gotten away from them heading into halftime.
Well, and if you look at the total rebounds, Oregon with 9 and now Arizona with 12, but just 2 minutes ago it was 6-9 Oregon's favor. Oregon gives up a couple offensive rebounds in transition where they just need to get bodies on Awaka. I mean, he's such a powerful offensive rebounder. And then on the offensive end, Oregon with Nathan Biddle, he's got length over Awaka. He doesn't need to bang him inside. Take him outside, pick and pop, use your length, shoot over the top of him as it's Oregon's ball out of bounds.
Oregon basketball is brought to you by our friends at Pacific Source Health Plans. With health plans for individuals, families, employers, and Medicare eligibles, Pacific Source does what's right, not just what's required. So back in action, Oregon up 6, 9.5 to go in the first half. A lot of basketball left. Ducks try to pass it into Biddle, and it's intercepted. Arizona taking it up the floor. Love, transition triple, missed it. Ducks rebound. Dodged a bit of a bullet there. Oregon quickly ahead. Brandon Angel tries to pass back out to the perimeter, and it rolls to the opposite baseline, out of bounds, Wildcat ball.
Just two uncharacteristic turnovers for Brandon Angel. Normally such a smart basketball player, kind of forcing the issue. Just make the simple play, run the offense, trust your teammates, trust your coach.
Baseline out of bounds for Arizona on a 6-0 run. Down 6, get it to Love, left corner, knocks down the 3. He was too open. They look for him always, but especially baseline out of bounds. And he pulls Arizona within 3, a 9-0 run for the Wildcats in about 2.5 minutes. Keyshawn Bartholomew, bounce pass to Biddle. Biddle trying to go to work, low post. Puts up a shot, deflects out of his hands, ball's on the floor, knocked out of bounds by Biddle. Arizona forces a turnover. And like I said, there's a lot of basketball left.
There is. The officials are letting them play down low. Biddle and Altman wanted a foul there. No call. It's going to be Arizona basketball. They cut this game just to 3 points with 8:35 left in the first half.
3 turnovers for the Ducks in just over 3 minutes. A 13-2 run for the Wildcats. Ball to Bryant, left wing for Arizona. Passes to Lewis. Now Caleb Love. Love trying to go to work against Bamba. Passes to his right. 3 up from Townsend. Short. Rebound, Nate Biddle.
Great box out by Oregon on that defensive possession.
4th board by Biddle already. Now Shellstad. Quick 2-pointer. Good.
Oregon needs to keep the ball in Jackson Shellstad's hand.
Knocked it down from the left side of the floor, about 12 feet out, fading away. 28-23. That ends the 9-0 run. Now Love trying to go to the basket off a fake. Missed it. Ball deflects to Bamba. Ducks have numbers. Love hit the deck. Bartholomew right wing. Missed the triple. And a foul called on the floor on the rebound.
They got
Looks like they'll get Townsend for one.
Hold.
He was holding Evans, and Townsend disagreed, but KJ Evans did end up on the floor. I think he got held a bit on the rebound.
And they might take a look at it. Townsend had KJ Evans around the back of the neck as he tried to jump for that rebound. How about the growth over the season and the maturity from KJ Evans, really embracing his role?
Could be a bona fide star moving forward.
He really has all of the characteristics and intangibles. He just kind of understands how to play within the system, where he's going to get his shots, and how he can affect the game just by playing with energy.
Timeout on the floor with the Ducks leading 28-23. 7:46 to go in the first half on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is the NCAA Tournament on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Christmas
message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You taught me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you've made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
This broadcast of the NCAA Division I Men's Basketball Championship is authorized under the broadcasting rights granted by the NCAA through Westwood One. It is intended solely for the private, non-commercial use of our audience. Any reproduction, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the NCAA and Westwood One is strictly prohibited. Every year when we do that disclaimer, I always feel like I need to take like a big breath of air and be like, this broadcast is authorized under... You got to get the voice. 7:46 to play. Ducks inbound it near midcourt. Shellstad catches it, tiptoes that midcourt line, and stays in the front court. 9 to shoot. Ducks up 28-23. Shellstad to the right wing. Passes it to Bamba. Left wing. Fake. Now a three. Hit it!
Big shot from TJ Bamba. Didn't rush it, saw the shot clock going down, nails the three, and then Oregon back in a matchup zone here. Giving Arizona a different look.
31-23, Ducks on top. Del Orso goes down the left side, pass it to the corner, Awaka back to the top, Bradley around a screen, left elbow, dribbles free throw line, jumper, good. I think the Ducks are fine with that. If he's going to hit that, that's a low percentage 2-point shot.
And I think Dana's thinking, okay, Caleb Love is on the bench. We'll give him a zone look, and then here he comes off the bench checking in.
31-25, Ducks lead. Oregon getting the ball underneath to Biddle, lost it on the power dribble. Tried to do the one dribble, go up, went out of bounds out of his hands.
A lot of emotions in games like this. Just got to settle in, take a deep breath. Biddle's been so great for Oregon all year long.
6:35 left until the Toyota halftime. 6-point lead for green and yellow. Bradley handling it. Dishes to the right. Del Orso now to Love. Left wing Bradley around a screen. Free throw line. Bounces it to Awaka, who slams it in. 31-27 Ducks now. Shellstad going quick. Jump shot. Missed it from the right baseline. Now Arizona trying to go quick. KJ Lewis is going to draw the foul. I hesitated.
The late call from the official on that spin move, it looked like he was a little bit out of control. Maybe a little bit of a bailout there.
Yeah.
For number 5,
Bartholomew swiped through, spun. Evans had his hand straight up, and they got the foul on Evans. I think, if anything, it should have been on Bartholomew on the swipe through. Instead, Evans gets called for his second foul and Oregon's 6th. 4-point advantage for the Ducks. 6:01 left on the first half clock. Lewis knocks down the free throw, where he shoots 81% this year. I can understand the frustration from the bench.
It's a tough call, but if you take an early shot, Arizona is so deadly in transition.
Next free throw is off the mark. Bounces out of bounds on the baseline.
I like Oregon with Biddle and Jackson Chelsea in the pick and roll, but let Biddle pick and pop. That's where he's so dangerous. Get the bigs from Arizona out away from the basket.
Duck ball. Bartholomew, middle of the floor. Tries to go by a defender, met by a couple more, puts up a floater, and he missed it. Rebound Arizona. Again, going fast. Bradley leaves it for Love. Ducks get back. Bradley up top to the right elbow. Pass to Lewis. He goes head of steam. Pulls up right mid-post. No. Offensive rebound. Owaka. Kick back out. Trying to go inside off the glass. Lewis missed it. Another offensive rebound. And another putback. Arizona within one. 31-30. 7-0 run by the Wildcats. Oregon around the perimeter. Biddle passes to Bamba. Catch and shoot. Missed it right wing. Arizona up the floor. A chance to take the lead for the first time in the game. Down the right side, Bradley scores. Took a little contact. Made it anyway. 32-31 Wildcats. First Arizona lead tonight. Shellstad bounce to Biddle. Biddle, extra pass under the bucket. Bamba met by a couple of defenders. Muscles his way up. Retakes the lead.
Good 33-32 from TJ Bamba. Catching the ball off balance. Gathering and finishing through contact. But Oregon's got a box out on the defensive end. They've given up so many offensive rebounds that's allowed Arizona to get back into this basketball game.
4.5 minutes to go on the first half clock. 1 point lead for Oregon.
Altman is livid about the box out situation.
Bradley running point. His feet on the NCAA logo. Passes to the right. Del Orso swishes the triple.
Just a breakdown in communication. Can't leave the best three-point shooter on the floor wide open.
41% from downtown. 12-2 run for the Wildcats. Shellstad. Pass to Bartholomew. Now the left side. Bamba. Bamba driving. Throws it to the left corner. Tracy open. Three. Off rim. Arizona ball. On the rebound, Wildcats by 2. Under 4 now in the first half. Lewis tries to cross over in transition, covered up by Bamba. Pass to Owaka. Offensive foul. Nate Biddle drew it.
Nate just took one in the chest from Owaka, who put his shoulder down, anticipated where he was going to be. Good defensive possession there from the Oregon big man.
3:43 remaining in the first half. It is a good basketball game. Remember when I said don't let any team go on like more than a 6 or an 8-0 run? Well, how about Oregon going on an 11-0 run and Arizona going on a 9-0 run, currently on a 12-2 run? Shows you what I know. Wildcats by 2 on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
This is the NCAA Tournament on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
This message is for Shauna, my mom who just finished her high school diploma. I wanted to say I'm so proud of you for finishing school. You told me it's never too late to achieve your dreams. I hope to make you as proud as you have made me.
When you graduate, they graduate. Finish your high school diploma for you and for them. Visit finishyourdiploma.org to find free and supportive adult education centers near you. Brought to you by the Dollar General Literacy Foundation and the Ad Council.
You said you'd never buy your kid candy from the checkout aisle. Or forget extra diapers. You'd never lick your thumb to clean their face. Never, ever become a minivan mom. So when you say you'd never leave your child in a hot car, know it can happen. Cars get hot fast, and kids can be at risk in temperatures as low as 60 degrees Fahrenheit. Never happens. Before you leave the car, always stop, look, lock. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Oregon basketball brought to you by our friends at Les Schwab, where having the right set of tires and wheels on your vehicle is just part of an essential safety checklist. That's why Les Schwab Tires offers free pre-trip safety checks of your brakes, battery, alignment, suspension, and steering. Stop by anytime or schedule your appointment online at leschwab.com. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952. With 3:43 to go until the Toyota halftime, it has been a game of runs. Arizona leading 35-33. I think a critical final 3:43 of this first half. Little momentum going into the locker room.
Yeah, Oregon needs to finish this half the right way. You could feel the momentum shift. A couple of empty possessions, gave up a couple offensive rebounds, just settle down. Nathan Biddle with 3 turnovers in the post, uncharacteristic of him. See what Dana Altman has out of this timeout.
Shellstad with it. Bounce pass to Biddle up top. Passes to Tracy, going to the bucket. He missed it once, missed it twice. Ball tips out. Ball on the floor. Run down by Arizona in the corner. Bradley's got it. Bradley in transition. Picks up his dribble near the right elbow. Give Lewis now to the corner. Del Orso going baseline. Passes to the perimeter. Love dribbles, hangs, misses the one-handed shot. Tracy rebounds the miss. Ooh. Now Bamba splitting the lane. Down the side. Tip in by Biddle. Good.
And I think that's just what Nate Biddle needed to see. Just get an easy one to go in. Get your confidence back up.
35 all. 2:48 left. Love to Bradley. Tie game in the first half. Pulls up right elbow. Hits it. Again, though, I think the Ducks are okay with those mid-range jump shots.
They're kind of giving up the middle of the floor, protecting the rim, taking away the 3.
2-point Arizona lead. Shellstad bounce to Bamba from the left side, driving, gets to the low post, has his shot blocked by Lewis. Ahead, Bradley runs the floor, lays it in. Arizona by 4. Lewis with good D.
Arizona's a great defensive team.
Shellstad's got it. Handoff to Bartholomew around a screen toward the right sideline. Now a screen again to the middle of the floor. Picks up the dribble. Passes to Shellstad with 5. 4. Shellstad, pass, Biddle, catch, shoot. Missed it. Right wing, couldn't knock it down. Wildcats still by 4. Del Orso passes to Lewis all the way to the left block. Knocked out of bounds by Nate Biddle and a whistle.
That's a tough call against Nathan Biddle and the Oregon Ducks. Great position. Lewis created all of the contact. It's really out of control on that drive.
Minute 37 left in the first half. Wildcats leading 39-35. Ducks one of their last 7. Arizona 5 of its last 6. Lewis at the line, 81% there on the year. Swishes it. 5-point lead for the Wildcats. This is the largest of the game.
KJ Evans in for Biddle. Oregon with a small lineup, a little bit more shooting. Evans has been great for Oregon today.
Lewis at the line again. That was the second foul on Nate Biddle. He checks out. Lewis hits the free throw. 6-point advantage for the Wildcats. Shellstad Passes to Bamba. Right side of the floor. Arizona on a 6-0 run. Now to Bartholomew. He launches a triple. Short. Grabbed by Lewis on the miss. Arizona ball, Bradley. Slows it down a bit now. Bradley down the right side. Misses the take. Rebound grabbed by the Ducks. Tracy ahead. Tracy in transition. Goaltending. Bryant got him from behind, but the ball was on the way down. Bryant might have gotten poked in the eye.
Nice job by Tracy. Kind of had numbers. It was an in-between 2-on-1 situation.
Brandon Angel back in for KJ Evans. Evans and Biddle both with 2 fouls.
And they are going to count that basket.
Yep.
A little discrepancy there.
41-37 Wildcats now. Both teams making some subs. It's Angel, Tracy, Bamba, Shellstad, Bartholomew for Dana Altman with 1:05 left in the first half.
Both teams breathing heavily. This has been an absolute track meet of a basketball game.
And that's not the style of game that Oregon wanted.
This pace favors Arizona.
Lewis, pass to Love. Love on the March Madness logo. Dribbles to the left and side. Tries to throw an alley-oop, and we've got a whistle against Brandon Angel. 8th against the Ducks. Angel with his 2nd.
Love came off that pick and roll. Vasar was rolling, and he threw it up, and all Brandon Angel could really do is just hold on to Vasar, shove him out of the way so he couldn't dunk the basketball.
Ducks led 19-4 at the 14:49 mark. And now with 49 seconds left in the first half, Wildcats are up 4. Ball bounces in. Vasar earns the right to shoot another.
And Oregon might look at a 2-for-1 situation with 49.3 left on the game clock. Try and go for a 2-for-1. Try and get momentum going into the second half.
42-37 Arizona. Missed it short. Ducks looking to go fast. Bartholomew, Shellstad. Shellstad up top. Steps back, passes to Bamba. Bamba driving. Bamba fouled. On his way to the bucket. He was going up to the line for 2 with 35.5 seconds left. It's going to be close. Not a lot of time on the 2-4-1 on the back end.
I mean, TJ Bamba's done a nice job in this first half of attacking the rim with strength as he draws the foul with that left-handed drive. Arizona's had a hard time staying in front of him.
Bamba with 7 points. Second leading scorer behind Shellstad's 12. Bounces out. Still 42-37 Arizona. Mookie Cook coming in.
Mookie Cook came into the game late against Liberty and knocked down 2 threes. Those were important minutes, and Dana Altman's going to give him the nod here.
Putting some pressure on.
He's a great defender.
Bamba makes the second. 4-point game with 35.5 to go in the first half. Timeout called by Arizona. They'll spend the use it or lose it timeout in the first half. Well, credit Arizona. They didn't roll over. Down at 1 point in the game by 15.
Yeah, but you can't count them out. They're the #1 scoring team in the Big 12. They have a lot of different weapons, but they rebound the ball so well, and I think that's where they got the momentum away from Oregon with all those mid-range jumpers and all the bodies flying in there. If you can box them out, they don't get back on defense. And they've got 5 guys in the paint, but you have to block out and rely on your fundamentals. You can't just turn and jump because they're so long and athletic.
I'm Joey Mack. He's Luke Jackson. Ashley Gentry's got some scores for you coming up. At the Toyota halftime, Oregon trying to go into the break with some momentum.
no surprises here. Both offenses so potent. See what Tommy Lloyd has drawn up out of this timeout.
Against the Oregon press, Cook at the top of it. Wildcats inbounds. Bradley, with Oregon backing the pressure off, crosses the timeline. Go
1-4 flat with Bradley and Jackson Shellstead up top.
Now Del Orso in motion behind him. The weave to Love up top. Down the left side against Bamba. Spins, blocked by Cook. Ball's tied up, and a held ball out of bounds to the Ducks with about 10 seconds to go. Good D by TJ Bamba.
And he tore his jersey, his jersey right down the middle. I think that's a good look with the V-neck when you're a tough guy like that. What a defensive stand by TJ Bamba with the explosive Caleb Love.
So Oregon a chance to cut the 4-point lead. Bartholomew accelerates across the timeline, passes to Shellstad. 3-2, Shellstad, pocket picked. Arizona forces a turnover. They get the shot off at the buzzer. It will not count. Well late. But the Wildcats with a good feeling going into the locker room leading 42-38.
Yeah, Brian picked Shellstad's pocket going to the rim as time was going down. Took a dribble and heaved it from half court. Nothing but net. It won't count, but it looks like Arizona's got a little bit of the momentum going into half, Joey.
4-point lead, 42-38, Wildcats. We'll break it down when we return here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Everybody in your crew identifies as either Big Mac Burger, McNuggets, or McCrispy Sandwich. But you're the Filet-O-Fish Sandwich all day. That crispy fish, that savory tartar sauce, that melty cheese, that pillowy bun. Yeah, you get it.
You heard the man. Buy one Filet-O-Fish, Big Mac, or Participation may vary. Cannot be combined with any other offer or combo meal. Valid for items of equal or lesser value.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
Oregon.
Out to the perimeter, dribbling with 8 to shoot. He checks the shot clock.
Arizona.
Now an NBA three. Good!
This is Duck Basketball from Learfield.
I'm a pretty great multitasker. I can wash dishes and do laundry. I can roller skate while walking my dog. I can even order lunch while doing my homework. But I can't use my phone while driving. A distracted driver is one of the leading causes of death in the United States. So when it comes to driving, please, don't be a multitasker.
Don't drive distracted. A message brought to you by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, Project Yellow Light, and the Ad Council.
All right, son. Time to put out this campfire.
Dad, we learned about this in school.
Oh, did you now? Okay. What's first?
Smokey Bear said to.
First drown it with a bucket of water, then stir it with a shovel.
Wow, you sound just like him.
Then he said,
if it's still warm, then do it again.
Where can I learn all this?
It's all on SmokeyBear.com with other wildfire prevention tips, because only you can prevent wildfires.
Brought to you by the USDA Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council.
This is the Toyota Halftime Report on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield. Toyota, let's go places. A first-half recap along with scores from the Big Ten and the rest of college basketball. And the first-half stats. They're all right here. Now let's go back courtside. Here again, Joey Mack.
Toyota halftime. Oregon shooting 43% on 16 of 37, 42% from 3, 5 of 12, and 33% at the line. just 1 of 3. Arizona, 46% shooting, 16 for 35. 57% from downtown, 4 of 7. And the Wildcats are 6 for 10 at the free throw line. Turnovers, Oregon 6. 5 points off them by the Wildcats. 4 turnovers for Arizona. 7 points off turnovers for the Ducks. But the 7 points off turnovers all came when Oregon jumped out to the 19-4 lead at the 14:49 mark in the first half. Ducks were lights out to start the game, and their defense is what was generating it. Arizona turned the page a little bit. Ducks have been on an 11-0 run. Wildcats have been on a 9-0 run. The last time the Ducks led was when it was 33-32 at the 4:34 mark, and really since then, Arizona has had command of this basketball game. The pace, 42-38 Wildcats. The pace favors Arizona, a team that scores over 82 points per game. Ducks wanted it to be a lower scoring game, and I think it's going to come down to defense in the second half.
And you look, the stat that just jumps off the page to me, Joey, is 8 offensive rebounds. Toby Awaka with 5 and 11 total. And it's easier said than done keeping those guys off the glass because they're so strong, and that's one of their strengths. But sometimes the best offensive possession that Arizona can have is an early shot or a turnover by Oregon. Oregon's taking care of the ball pretty well, but they have to keep Arizona off the glass, settle into the offense, and then I think you look at pick and pop with Nathan Biddle. Keep him outside of the block. Don't go down and bang with Awaka. That's what he wants to do. Let Nate be a stretch 5. Get their bigs away from the basket and maybe let KJ Evans post up a little bit, Brandon Angel post up a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw Bam Tracy at the 4 or even Mookie Cook coming in and playing a little bit of the 4 because Arizona goes 4 guards and 1 big.
Yeah. 42-38, Arizona, the 4 seed, leading the 5 seed Ducks here in Seattle. Individuals, Bradley with 11 points on 5 of 8 shooting. Ducks have held Caleb Love to 9 on 4 of 11 shooting the ball. And then Lewis has 7 points and 5 rebounds. Awaka already with 11 rebounds in the contest. Those are the numbers for Arizona. Jackson Shelstad, 12 points on 5 of 8 shooting. TJ Bamba, 8 points on 3 of 7 shooting with 2 rebounds. Nate Biddle has 5 points and 5 rebounds, but 2 fouls, and that's a key. KJ Evans has 4 points and 4 rebounds, 2 fouls. Brandon Angel scored the first 5 points of the game, has not scored since. He also has 2 fouls. The bigs with those 2 fouls may play into what you're talking about.
And I think Oregon needs to slow the tempo just a little bit. So many of Arizona's points off second chance opportunities. When Oregon comes down and runs a set, gets the ball where they like it, instead of taking a quick one and letting Arizona come back. So control the tempo a little bit by slowing the pace down on offense and going inside and out. Let Nathan Biddle pick and pop, play through Jackson Shelstad, who had a great start to this game. You know, he's got 12 points. He's 5 of 8 from the floor, 2 for 3 from the three-point line. Continue to look to go through him.
42 for Arizona, 38 for Oregon. Spot in the Sweet 16 on the line in Seattle. Halftime continues with Ashley Gentry back in the OSN studio. Breaking down the bracket, Oregon athletics, and more. Wildcats up 4 here at the break on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Since 1894, the rivalry between Oregon and Oregon State has grown to a fever pitch. The 2024-25 rivalry series is in full force, and the action between the Ducks and Beavers will be exciting. Year after year, the student-athletes, coaches, and schools take great pride in being part of one of the longest rivalry series in the nation. The University of Oregon would like to thank Pacific North South Plans, Albertson Safeway, Toyota, and First Interstate Bank as being the proud partners of this year's rivalry series. First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community. And First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Robert Nash. Rob is the kitchen manager for Hope Kitchen by Rogue Retreat, feeding 400 people daily at 3 shelters. He also runs a culinary internship program, training shelter guests to work in commercial kitchens. With a 100% success rate, Rob's helped people regain employability and move forward in their lives. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Robert Nash.
Always us.
Takes it for 3. Good from the left corner. Cutting to the basket. 2-hand jam.
This is Duck Basketball from Learfield.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and I dedicate a lot of my time going fast. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently or having trouble with routine tasks. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together. Visit alz.org/time to talk. A message from the Alzheimer's Association and the Ad Council.
Let's ask their parents a lot of questions.
Why can't people fly?
Gravity.
Is the moon really made of cheese?
Yep, cream cheese.
When can I move into a big kid's car seat?
For some questions, parents may not have the answer, but that's okay. They can't know everything, but knowing the right seat for their age and size will help protect them in a car crash. Find out more at nhtsa.gov/the right seat.
Where do babies come from?
Good luck, Dad. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
You know you make me wanna take my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now, so good to see you real.
The Toyota Halftime Report continues with a check of scores from around the country. Once again, to Ashley Gentry in the Learfield Network Studios.
Halftime for round 2 of the NCAA tournament up in Seattle. 5-seed Oregon trails 4-seed Arizona at the half, 42-38. Hot start for the Ducks. They led until about the 5-minute mark in the first half, but offensive rebounds, putbacks for Arizona hands them the lead late, in Oregon with work to do coming out of the first half. Quick update on our other scores for tonight. We'll take a look at how the bracket looks for the Sweet 16 and scores from last night coming up. But as for today, all games have gone final but ours and one other. About 6 minutes to go in the 10-2 game between New Mexico and Michigan State. New Mexico led this after the first half, 31-29, but Michigan State mounting a comeback, and they lead it 58-51. Again, about 6 minutes left to go in the second half in the South region round 2 matchup between the 10 seed and the 2 seed. As for our final scores tonight, no upsets to report, but a couple of close calls. How about number 1 Duke to get things started? They get the win over number 9 Baylor, 89-66. Duke advances to the Sweet 16 in the East region, and they will face the winner of Oregon tonight versus Arizona. Then 2-seed Alabama also in the East, just cruising past 7-seed St. Mary's, 80-66. Crimson Tide led the whole way. Then also taking you to the Midwest region, it's 6-seed Illinois taking on 3-seed Kentucky. The Wildcats secure their first trip to the Sweet 16 in 6 years. Final score 84-75. Then we've got an upset for you. How about 6-seed Ole Miss getting it done over 3-seed Iowa State tonight in the South region? Ole Miss advancing to the Sweet 16 after their 91-78 victory over the Cyclones. And then about the closest game of the night, it's 12-seed Colorado State taking on 4-seed Maryland of the West region. Colorado State looking to punch their ticket to the Sweet 16 for the first time since 1969. They led by 1 with just seconds to go, but it would be Maryland with the final shot.
Gets it up top to Queen, dribbling left, big step down the lane, runner for the win, baked it in! He baked it in! He baked it in! And Maryland has won! Maryland is going to the Sweet 16!
Maryland hits the shot at the buzzer, and they defeat 12-seed Colorado State 72-71. A heartbreaker for Colorado State, but Big Ten Maryland pushing on to the Sweet 16. Once again, Oregon trails 4-seed Arizona in the second round of the NCAA tournament, 42-38. We're going to take a quick timeout, then come back with a look at last night and how the Sweet 16 bracket has set up so far. Oregon versus Arizona, halftime, 42-38 Wildcats on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
The
passion, the tradition, the rivalries. SiriusXM is your destination for all things college sports. And we've got you covered on SiriusXM College Sports Radio. There's complete coverage of every major conference, plus live games and 24/7 talk and analysis. So cheer along on the SiriusXM app and listen to your favorite team anywhere. And now you can get 3 months of SiriusXM free. Subscribe now and see offer details at SiriusXM.com/collegesportsradio25.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially, like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give duck fans more for the things they care about, more for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
If you know your party's extension, press or say 1. To leave a message in our company mailbox, press or say 2. Spoiler alert, it will be full.
Representative.
Would you speak to your mother in that tone?
Speak to a real human being.
You shouldn't need to shout into the void to get your health insurance questions answered.
Pacific Source Health Plans. This is a real person. How can I help you?
Human service, not automated phone trees.
This copyrighted broadcast is an exclusive presentation of Learfield under the broadcasting rights granted by the University of Oregon. Reuse of this presentation is prohibited without the express written consent of the University of Oregon and Learfield. Announcers are provided by Learfield and approved by the University of Oregon.
Welcome back inside the Learfield Network studios as we await the start of the second half. Oregon trails 4-seed Arizona 42-38. Some work to do for the Ducks when play resumes. Taking a quick look at what happened last night. We ran through our scores for today before, but as for last night, number 1, top seed Auburn out of the South region taking on 9 seed Creighton. Auburn gets it done, 82-70, your final score. Then 8 seed Gonzaga taking on 1 seed Houston from the Midwest. It's a Houston win, 81-76, your final score. Then the upset of the night, 10 seed Razorbacks, 75. 2 seed St. John's, 66 for the West region. Arkansas taking down St. John's to advance to the Sweet 16. Then 7 seed UCLA facing 2 seed Tennessee from the Midwest, 67-58, your final score in favor of the 2 seed Volunteers. Then 11 seed Drake looking to match up against 3 seed Texas Tech out of the West region, but it would be a Texas Tech victory, 77-64, the final score. Then kicking it over to the East region, 3 seed Wisconsin out of the Big Ten looking to get it done over 6 seed BYU, but it's a Cougars win, 91-89, the final score, a close one. Wisconsin with 53 points in the second half to BYU's 44, but it would not be enough. Cougs advance and knock out 3 seed Wisconsin. Then 12 seed McNeese, Cinderella story, looking to keep it going against 4 seed Purdue, but Boilermakers too much for McNeese. Final score 76-62. And then another Big Ten advancement for you. 5 seed Michigan takes down 4 seed Texas A&M out of the South region, 91-79. Those were your scores from last night, setting up our bracket almost completely for the round of Sweet 16 coming up. Starting for the South region, it will be 1 seed Auburn taking on 5 seed Michigan. 6 seed Ole Miss advancing after their win over 3 seed Iowa State, 91-78. They will face the winner of 10 seed New Mexico and 2 seed Michigan State. Spartans currently leading that game, 63-56, with about 2.5 to go in the second half. As for our region, the East region, Duke Blue Devils, number 1 seed in the region, taking on 9 seed Baylor, and Cooper Flagg and the Blue Devils moving on to the Sweet 16, 89-66, your final score. They await the winner of 5 seed Oregon and 4 seed Arizona. Current score at halftime, 42-38 in favor of the Wildcats. Then, again, 6 seed BYU getting it done over 3 seed Wisconsin, 91-89, setting up a matchup between the Cougs and 2 seed Alabama after Alabama's victory over 7 seed St. Mary's, 80-66. Jumping over to the West for the round of Sweet 16, we've got 1 seed Florida. They're moving on, taking on 4 seed Maryland after the Terrapins get the buzzer beater over 12 seed Colorado State, 72-71. Your final score there earlier this evening. Then, of course, 3 seed Texas Tech moving on to face 10 seed Arkansas as well. For the Midwest, we've got 1 seed Houston set to face 4 seed Purdue, as well as 3 seed Kentucky taking on 2 seed Tennessee. That's how it's looking so far for the Sweet 16. Just 2 matchups left to decide. 6 seed Ole Miss waiting their opponent out of the South, and Duke awaiting the victor of the Ducks and the Wildcats. It's 42-38 in favor of Arizona, with second half action coming up soon. March Madness NCAA tournament up in Seattle, and it's time to get you back courtside with Luke and Joey Mack right after this timeout on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Since 1894, the rivalry between Oregon and Oregon State has grown to a fever pitch. The 2024-25 rivalry series is in full force, and the action between the Ducks and Beavers will be exciting. Year after year, the student-athletes, coaches, and schools take great pride in being part of one of the longest rivalry series in the nation. The University of Oregon would like to thank Pacific Source Health Plans, Albertson Safeway, Toyota, and First Interstate Bank as being the proud partners of this year's rivalry series.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great, but for all the hard work it took to get there, the fine-tuning of goals, the managing of cash and workflows, and decision-making. They're in to help you through all of it, because together they're proving day in and day out that there is nothing as powerful as the power of us. Visit usbank.com to get started today. Equal housing lender, member FDIC, copyright 2024 U.S. Bank.
Deep in the woods. This is the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
When might you be buzzed? When you suddenly love everything.
You guys, I love this song. I love these nachos. I love our kickball league. Ugh! I love this guy. What's your name? You know what I love? A ride when it's time to head out.
If you see a buzzed warning sign, call for a ride when it's time to go home. Buzz driving is drunk driving. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
I love your car. Is this real leather?
When you're high, you feel different. You think different, you talk different, you draw different, you listen to music different, but you probably knew that. Problem is, you also drive different, and not in a good way. That's why driving high is illegal everywhere. So if you're high, just don't drive. Make a plan to get a sober ride. Because if you feel different, you drive different. Brought to you by NHTSA and the Ad Council.
That buzzer means it's time to wrap up the Toyota halftime. Oregon trailing 42-38 to the Wildcats of Arizona here in Seattle. I'm Joey Mack along with Luke Jackson. And all season long on the road, we've had some help from Annie Longtain. All year long, Annie from the Jaquez staff has sat and made sure that I know who the foul's on, and I got to tell you, there's been a couple times where I have not seen it, and Annie's been like, oh, I saw it. Annie doesn't miss anything. Thanks all year long.
Thanks, Annie. See Dana Altman pumping both of his fists, encouraging his team at the defensive end as Arizona starts out with the ball. The key key to this second half for Oregon is blocking out, being disciplined on the defensive end and keeping Arizona off the glass.
Same starters both ways. Bradley with it first. He passes it to Del Orso, left side. Now Love, middle of the floor, 18 to shoot. Bomba out defending him, still playing with that ripped jersey. Now pass to Del Orso. Del Orso down the right side, met by Biddle. Passes to Awaka, who shot puts it in. 6-point lead for Arizona. Wildcats draw first blood. Angel. Pass to Barthélemy, left wing. Barthélemy to Shellstad. Shellstad now to Bomba. Bomba, pass, Biddle. Middle of the lane, draws contact, a foul. Townsend got him on the body. Came down over the top.
Great body control as Nathan Biddle was rolling to the basket. Received that ball as a 7-footer to catch, gather, and go up. He's such a versatile player.
And he hits the free throw. 44-39 now. Wildcats still in front. Early going in the second half. Biddle bounces it out. Front iron. 5-point lead. Arizona with the ball. Bradley to Del Orso, and now Love. Love stolen. Bomba knocked it away. 1-on-1 against Love. Lays it in. More of that. Ducks within 3.
Bomba's such a great defender on ball. Just the boost that Oregon needs.
Bradley defended by Barthélemy now, and to Townsend. Dish to the right. Caught there by Love to the free throw line. He bounces it to Awaka, and Biddle had to let him go by with the 2 fouls. Awaka scores on the lay-in, 46-41 Arizona. 18:25 left to go. Barthélemy here, right wing. To the free throw line, stepping toward the bucket, didn't get the foul call. Missed it. Now Bradley to Del Orso, left wing. One dribble, fires, misses it. Rebound tipped by Biddle to Barthélemy. Del Orso was pretty open. Ducks accelerate ahead. Shellstad, right corner. Takes it to the middle of the lane, gets by the defender. Finger roll for 2.
Chelsea just kind of probed with his left hand and just slipped right through the cracks, up and good with his right hand.
3-point game. Love dribbles, fires, hits the 3 from the top. A little help from a screen, and he knocked it down. 49-43 Wildcats. Shellstad now is bumped by Bradley. On the floor, a foul. Ducks will have it, baseline out of bounds. 17:37 to play. 49-43 Arizona. Bomba doesn't have his first option. Throws it into the backcourt where Shellstad makes a wide receiver catch. Now a pass to Angel. Catch and shoot. Missed the left wing 3. Arizona rebound. Bradley up the floor. Down the left side. Passes it to Love. Baseline. Throw to the top. Awaka. Now Del Orso. Del Orso dribbling right baseline. Gets by a defender on a hesitation and puts it in. 51-43 Arizona.
Nice little move by Del Orso. Change of pace, change of direction, getting to the rim.
Shellstad tries to give it to Biddle on a screen and roll. Lost it. Bradley steals the other way. Blocked by Angel. Townsend keeps it to Del Orso. Missed a right wing 3. Rebound Townsend again. Back to Del Orso. Knocks it down from the right corner. 54-43 Arizona. Timeout, Oregon.
Have to keep Arizona off the glass as the Arizona faithful is on their feet here in Seattle. Oregon's going to talk about it as Arizona goes up 9.
Arizona has 10 offensive rebounds and 9 second chance points compared to 6 O-boards by the Ducks, also 9 second chance points. But Arizona is +8 on the glass right now. right around their season average, where the Wildcats are plus 7.6 in rebounding margin. 16:43 left, and Oregon needs something. Trailing 54-43 on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jan here. Spring is in the air. Time to get back outside with a new Toyota.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota. Let's go places.
Pizza just goes better with Pepsi Zero Sugar.
Pizza. Thank you.
But don't take our word for it. In fact, don't take any words for it. Crispy and cheesy, paired with delicious and refreshing. My mouth is watering already. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Before watching the big game in the arena next to strangers turned into cheering for the home team with new friends, someone had to bring aloha. Kona Big Wave, bring the aloha.
Copyright 2024 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri. 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
They say basketball is a game of runs, and Arizona is currently on an 8-0 run. The last minute, too. Ducks need to go on a run of their own, getting outscored by Arizona 12-5 in the second half after they trailed, Ducks did, 42-38 at halftime. It's now 54-43. Ducks need some life here, don't they?
Maybe mix something up, throw a little zone look at them, tempo press, full court press, try to break this momentum as Dana will get an opportunity to draw something up out of a timeout. KJ Evans on the floor for Oregon, been playing so strong.
Oregon basketball, go ahead.
Oregon has an opportunity to post up Evans as Arizona's playing with 4 guard/forwards. And one big.
I was going to say, in Oregon basketball, over the years under Dana Altman, hold them to 70. Right now, Arizona on pace for many more than 70. Bamba with it, resuming action into the middle of the lane, hits the floater. Ducks within 9.
Another great take by Bamba. He's got it going. Get the ball back in his hands.
Bradley, dish to Townsend and Love. Left sideline, well beyond the arc. Bamba defending him. Love does get by him, and Bamba fouled him. No shot. In the NBA, the continuation would have given him the bucket, but Bamba fouled him on the floor as Love got by TJ Bamba on the dribble. The second foul on TJ, first on the Ducks in the second half with 16:09 to play.
You like that aggressiveness from TJ Bamba, making things difficult for Love.
Inbound to Awaka, left corner, trying to back down to the post. Does, hook, right hand good. 56-45, Wildcats. Shellstad across the timeline to Evans, now Bartholomew left wing, entry to Biddle, left block. Post move, middle of the lane, hook, and one. Needed it.
The members bounce for Nathan Biddle, got that right hook about 8 feet out, going away from the basket. Gets the foul on a walk, and it just kind of met in the crotch of the backboard and rim and died. Went right in.
15:43 to play, and it's 56-47. Arizona in front. Ducks triggering immediate timeout here, drawing the foul. Awaka picks up his third, and that's critical for Arizona. 3 fouls against the Wildcats here in the second half already. 15:43 left. Maybe this is the beginning of the run. Timeout on the floor. Ducks down 9 on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community. And First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Denise McCallum. Denise's love for animals and people is boundless, caring for strays, supporting neighbors in need, and even helping animals in the Philippines during typhoons. Despite battling cancer, she remains selfless, driven by faith, and always ready to lend a hand. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Denise McCallum.
At Les Schwab, we've been changing the tire game for more than 70 years. Our Go the Extra Mile service means more hustle, less hassle. We design our own exclusive tires to give you more tires made for the road you drive, less compromise. All backed by America's best tire warranty included with every tire we sell. We're talking more unbeatable tire warranty, less charging you extra, like the other guys. It's why you get more from less. Book an appointment at leschwab.com.
You know what I could really go for right now? Literally anything that comes in a McDonald's carton, wrapper, or bag. Or a McDonald's cup. Yes, any of those items should do it.
Or, Duck fans, why not get them all? Order with the app and get a bacon double cheeseburger, 4-piece chicken McNuggets, small fries, and soft drink for only $7. Offer valid exclusively in the McDonald's app. Must opt into rewards at participating restaurants.
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
I'm coming home to the place that I remember. Back to the land of my first love. Would you spread wide arms for this wayward son?
Duck basketball is sponsored by Pepsi, Bigfoot Beverages, and the Pepsi Go Ducks Game Day app. Download the app, follow the Ducks, go Ducks, drink Pepsi. And for comprehensive coverage of college basketball, you can always tune to Sirius XM Big Ten Radio Channel 372 in the car and on the all-new Sirius XM app. Cheer along with that Sirius XM app. Listen to the Ducks anywhere. Get a free trial at SiriusXM.com/Big Ten Radio 2025. He's Luke Jackson. I'm Joey Mack. With 15:43 remaining. Ducks down 56-47, but Nate Biddle heads to the line here after the and one.
And Bisar comes in for a walk-up for Arizona.
Waka picked up that third foul, sending us to the timeout. Biddle way too strong on the free throw. Arizona rebounds the miss. Bradley dribbles it up.
Oregon in a matchup zone.
Love to the free throw line, passes to the right wing. Bradley catches. Screen for him. Bradley fakes, gets a man in the air, dishes to Bryant, fading away. Misses the two-pointer from the right elbow. Now Bamba, head of steam up the floor, whistle. Got to the basket. Drew contact. Foul against Carter Bryant. He was on the way up. Bamba to the line. He can run too.
Really tough to defend TJ Bamba in the open court. He can get to his spot, get to the rim, draw contact. He goes to the line here too.
Bamba shooting his first, short. He's 1 of 3 at the free throw line in the game.
Oregon giving up a few precious opportunities at the charity stripe.
Missed both. 56-47 Wildcats. 15-10 left. Arizona working it up top. Lewis bounces it to Vasar, and he thought he got fouled. He didn't. Ducks steal it away. Ahead, Bamba, all the way to the right baseline. Now passes to Barthélemy, left corner. Barthélemy dribbles, two-pointer, swish.
Nice pass by TJ Bamba, getting into the basket, finding the open Barthélemy. Good mid-range jumper. Oregon trying to change the tide of this game and steal the momentum from Arizona.
Bradley to the free throw line here. Dishes to Lewis. Down the right side, Lewis bothered by Evans. Biddle grabs the miss. Ducks have numbers in transition. Barthélemy, Bamba steps into it, runs inside, kick out. Shellstad, yes!
Huge shot for Jackson Shellstad, in rhythm, maintaining his hot streak, and Arizona wants to talk about it. Tommy Lloyd doesn't like what he's seen from the Oregon Ducks.
Left wing triple, Jackson Shellstad, Oregon within 4 with 14:10 remaining here in Seattle. Ducks back in it, down 56-52. Shellstad now with 17 points, 7 of 10 shooting.
And the pace is slowed. Oregon's been intentional at the offensive end. They've boxed out well. KJ Evans affecting shots at the defensive end, getting out and running. TJ Bamba being aggressive. And Arizona will give you the opportunity to get back into this game. They're it's sort of a bulk, streaky shooting team that relies on offensive rebounds. And Oregon's done a nice job of limiting them to just one shot here, Joey.
Well, and without Awaka in the game, who has a double-double already with 12 points and 12 rebounds, changes the makeup of their lineup.
It really does. He's kind of the backbone of their defense. And Oregon, again, about the 4th possession in a row that they're in this matchup zone. Just a different look to throw Arizona off balance.
7-0 Oregon run. Ducks have made 4 straight within 4 now. Lewis up top, resuming play. Passes to Love, around the screen, steps back, fadeaway triple, and he hit it. Boy, you know, that's where you got to tip your cap to a guy who's going to be playing at the next level. That's a tough shot. 2 Ducks in his face, faded away and hit it. 59-52. Oregon up top. Now to Biddle. Biddle, left mid-post. Trying to back down. Gets under the basket. Reverses. Missed it. Rebound Love. 59-52 Arizona. Love. Passes left wing. 3 up from Lewis. Missed it. Rebound Shellstad. Shellstad running the floor. Gets under the basket. Bounces it to the left corner. Barthélemy. And he has to take a timeout.
Just kind of off balance. Leaning into the corner. Smart play there. And not a bad timeout right now. As Oregon, cut into the lead. Cut it to 4. Get a good possession, get the ball in the hands of the person that they want to coming out of this timeout.
Now, critically though, Oregon has 1 timeout left and Arizona has 2. And we've still got 13:05 left in this basketball game.
Well, you have to burn a few. Can't let a powerful offensive team like Arizona go on runs. And as a coach, you say, well, let them go up 6, but after that, you have to call a timeout and settle the troops down. Oregon's going to have to be smart with their timeouts here down the stretch.
Shellstad, Tracy, Biddle, Evans, Barthélemy, the 5 in green and yellow. 59-52 Wildcats. Sideline out of bounds now for the Ducks. Bam Tracy inbounding right in front of us across from the Oregon bench. Lobs it into Biddle. Biddle backing down to the low post. Middle of the lane. He got pushed. Vasar called for the foul. Wildcat fans don't like it. They wanted to travel, but Vasar did lean on Biddle a lot there.
There's been a lot of contact down low all night long. The officials generally letting them play a little bit more physical in the postseason.
He also stepped on Biddle's foot. That's what kind of led to the awkward stance. Tracy baseline out of bounds into Biddle.
Mismatch.
Defended by Carter Bryant. Right mid-post. And Bryant knocked it away. Stolen by Arizona, leading 59-52. Now Bradley. Calls for Love. Passes back to Bradley. Bradley free throw line dribbling. Circles to the left wing. 11 to shoot. Still dribbling. Now attacks. Stops. Bounce pass. Lewis misses the dunk. Hangs on the rim. Tried to put it back down. Can't do that.
That's definitely not legal, and we'll see if they give him a technical foul here. He was hanging on the rim, missed the dunk. The ball bounced off the back of the rim. I think that they may give him a technical foul for excessive hanging on the rim.
The initial call from one official was that it was a tee. And I think that's the right call by the letter of the law.
And that's just one of those open gym situations where there's no place for that.
Yeah, Lewis
at this stage.
Lewis was hanging there. The official went over to the scorer's table, but he didn't go to the microphone.
And those are just the mental errors in a game like this that can be such a huge momentum shift and confidence shift. Oregon's too good to give them an inch of room. They can get back in this game so quickly as Bartholomew.
It's a technical foul. Yeah, it's a technical foul on Lewis, so Bartholomew at the line. He hits it. So the Ducks get a point out of it instead of two the other way. Lewis had an easy path to the basket, missed the dunk, and tried to clean up his own miss, but against the rules.
And Bartholomew gets an opportunity just to see one go in.
Right.
You know, sometimes as a shooter, you knock down a free throw and you get back in rhythm a little bit.
Yeah, he's 2 of 6 in the game for 5 points now, 1 of 1 at the line. 12:26 to go. Ducks trailing 59-53. Shellstad firing, short, ball kicks long, grabbed by Bradley. Ducks get back on D. Shellstad had a pretty good look from the top. Couple steps behind the line, didn't go. Now Love passes to Vasar, throws it down. Too easy of a path to the basket. Arizona 61-53 now. Shellstad passes to Tracy. Tracy comes around down the left side to the hoop, scores.
That's a veteran take by Bam Tracy. Calming presence out on the floor. Drives right down the middle and finishes through contact.
61-55. Arizona leads. Love around the screen to the left side. Middle of the lane. Hits the floater. 63-55 Wildcats.
Oregon doesn't want to trade baskets. They got to find a way to string together multiple stops.
Shellstad middle of the floor, pass to Tracy, right wing, into Supreme Cook off the bench. The big man, right block. Has his shot blocked by Bryant, and I think it was goaltending. They'll call goaltending. 63-57, Supreme Cook gets the bucket. Timeout on the floor with 11:03 to go. Ducks hanging in there, but it's still very much Arizona's game. 63-57 Wildcats here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
The previous play is under review for goaltending.
It's been so long. How have you been? Hello, I'm doing well. Dave, why are you talking that way? Please say 1 for a compliment or 2 for a question. Yeah, this is weird. I think I'm gonna go.
Talking with an automated phone tree can feel pretty ridiculous. That's why when you call Pacific Source Health Plans, you'll get a real person to answer all your important questions.
Pacific Source Health Plans. This is a real person. How can I help you?
Human service, not automated phone trees. Find a plan at PacificSourceMembersFirst.com.
Before halftime, beers turned into a tough nail-biter, and before cheering for opposing teams turned into unexpected friendships, someone had to bring the six-pack of Kona Big Wave. Kona Big Wave, bring the aloha. Copyright 2024 Kona Brewing Co. St. Louis, Missouri. 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
Jan here. Spring is in the air. Time to get back outside with a new Toyota.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Yeah, add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Every bite is better with Pepsi.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
You know you make me wanna kick my heels up and throw my hands up and throw my head back and come on now, so good to see you.
Ducks have hit 6 of their last 8 field goals, up to 49% shooting. The problem? Arizona's shooting 49%, and they've done it on 2 more shots. than the Ducks. 11:03 to go here in Seattle. Joey Mack and Luke Jackson. Arizona leading 63-57. I said going to the timeout that it still just feels very much like Arizona's type of game. Ducks need to break their rhythm.
11 minutes to go. Arizona, I don't believe, is a good enough shooting team. They're going to give you an opportunity to get back in this game as long as you box out on the defensive end and keep on running your stuff at your tempo. I do feel like the tempo has favored Oregon in the second half as they inch back into it. They cut it to 4. Now it's 6. But they need some production out of KJ Evans, Supreme Cook, and some of the Oregon big band down low.
Jackson Shellstad with 17, TJ Bombo with 12. The two Ducks in double figures. Arizona with it, resuming play. Bradley dribbling, passes to Love, center of the floor. Screen coming, Shellstad fights around it. Love passes it to the right corner. Fakes an open 3, now a dribble. Bradley misses the 3. Offensive rebound, Bryant fouled by Tracy on the putback.
Arizona lucky that Bradley was not called for a double dribble on that kickout before the offensive rebound there by Bryant. He dropped the basketball, shot faked, and then put the ball on the floor again. But Arizona able to come up with the offensive rebound.
Bryant to the line. Free throw good for the freshman. 67% free throw shooter on the year. 64-57, Arizona. Bryant again. Good. 65-57. Shellstad with it. Bounce to the right wing. Tracy catches. Surveys the D. Passes to Bomba, right elbow. Bomba on the floor. Pass to Cook under the hoop. Cook on his way up. Missed it. Rebound secured by Awaka. Back in the game with 3 fouls. Love dribbling right wing. Loses the handle. Steps on the sideline out of bounds.
It's interesting that Jackson Shellstad has drawn the assignment now of guarding Caleb Love.
Good sportsmanship. Shellstad went over to Love to check on him on the sideline as Love dove for it. He kind of stayed down, and Jackson said, "Hey, you all right?" Love checks out of the game here. Seemed like he was okay. Ended up under one of the tables down to our right. 65-57 Arizona. Now Bomba driving inside. Foul called.
TJ Bomba has been effective going downhill. And drawing fouls this entire game.
He had one guy in front of him, one guy behind him. It's Del Orso who was in front of him. He was called for his first foul. 6th on Arizona. Bomba makes the free throw this time. TJ was 1 of 4 before that free throw.
He just does a nice job coming off that pick and roll with a little snake dribble, keeping the defender behind him.
Makes both. 65-59, Arizona leading. 6-point game again. Bradley running point. Down the right side, throws it to the corner. 3, good. Lewis, a guy who hits 18% of his threes, swishes it. 68-59, Wildcats. 9:37 left. Shellstad. Hand to Bomba. Bomba cut off by the defense. Passes to Tracy. Driving. And off the backboard. Too strong. Offensive rebound. Almost. It kicked off Arizona. It will stay with the Ducks. Tracy tried to chase his own miss. Went out of bounds near the Oregon cheerleaders. Ducks have a new 20. Bamba, baseline out of bounds to Biddle. Left block, quickly puts it up and scores with the right hand.
What a back screen by Jackson Shellstead to free up Nathan Biddle on that baseline out of bounds play.
7-point deficit. Bradley. Screen up top, gets to the left elbow, passes Lewis. Now he drives down Broadway, missed the tough take. Rebound grab by Evans. Arizona gets back on D. Evans trying to go to work himself, kicks out. Bamba, now Biddle, fakes, one dribble, back to Bamba, open, too strong. Offensive rebound, Tracy. Back up, deflected, grabbed by Evans, under the basket. Helter-skelter, tries to pass out of it, and a whistle against the Wildcats.
The Oregon Ducks are scrapping and fighting for every single possession. The heart that KJ Evans and TJ Bamba showed on that last possession was impressive, as I think Arizona will be in the 1-and-1. That's their 7th. No,
4 on Awaka.
Yeah, 4 on Awaka, and Arizona has 7 fouls as KJ Evans goes to the line. You almost felt like that dagger that TJ almost knocked down there could have really opened things up for Oregon.
Evans has 4 points at the charity stripe. 0 for 1 today. Hits it.
These tournament games, momentum is so important. I feel like if Oregon can just get a stop and a score, there's going to be a lot of pressure on Arizona.
8:40 to go. 68-62 Wildcats. Evans' next free throw. Rims out. The Ducks are 6 of 13 at the line. Well below their season average.
So critical.
Love takes a dribble and rises and misses a 3. Off the front of the rim on a long one. Ducks rebound. Now Barthélemy. Give it to Tracy. Around the perimeter. Tracy goes to Evans, middle of the floor. Now Biddle, left elbow. From the high post. Backing down into the block. Hook shot, 2 points.
Tough finish with that right baby hook over Visar in the post.
12 points, 8 rebounds for Nate.
And it's a 4-point game.
Oregon down 68-64. Bradley to the left elbow. Jump shot too strong. Ball deflects into Evans' hands. Here we go. 7:45 to play. Bamba with it. Zips it inside to Evans. Evans goes up, draws a foul. Nice pass.
How did TJ find the rolling KJ Evans in there? Threw it off his back foot, and KJ Evans is bleeding out of the back of his right ear all the way down his neck. Took a shot there on that foul underneath the rim.
7:38 left. What'd you expect? A good basketball game between Arizona and the Ducks.
And Oregon's just done a great job controlling the tempo of this game. It was so blistering fast in the first half. Oregon has kind of slowed it down a little bit, been a little bit more low scoring, and they're limiting Arizona to just one shot at the offensive end.
Scoring drought of 2 minutes and 13 seconds for the Wildcats. Timeout on the floor. 7:38 left. Ducks down 4 on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Wherever you are in life, once a duck, always a duck. That's OCCU. Since 1956, OCCU has helped the University of Oregon community take flight financially. Like our remarkable checking and duck debit card that give Duck fans more for the things they care about. More for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Earn interest, show your duck devotion, and start earning more today. Learn more at myocccu.org/getduckdebit.
Your home for Oregon hoops.
Blocks him again. He hits it and he's fouled. Follows and slams.
This is Duck Basketball from Learfield.
Are you prepared for an emergency or disaster? Because it's not a matter of if, but when. Don't find yourself saying,
I'll trust water bottles and a flashlight to save the day, but I'll be proved wrong.
With a tornado approaching, I'll realize that I lack a wheelchair-accessible shelter.
When the floodwaters rise, I'll be up in the attic with 20 cans of beans. It's a recipe for disaster.
let's prepare so we all have a better story to tell. Get started at ready.gov/older adults. Brought to you by FEMA and the Ad Council.
Comes to a gun suicide attempt, all it takes is a moment.
My son Ricky took his life by the use of a firearm. It broke me and I contemplated suicide. My grandson, I was going to have to be here for him. I still own my firearm. I keep it in a safe because I want to keep my grandson and myself safe.
Store your guns, locked, unloaded, and away from ammo. Hear more safe stories at endfamilyfire.org. Brought to you by Brady and the Ad Council.
Duck basketball brought to you by Slocum Center, 58 years as the Ducks' official team doctors, and by OCCU, where Duck fans get more for the things they care about with remarkable checking and the Duck debit card. More for the game, more for gear, more for a bright future. Learn more at myoccu.org/getduckdebit. 7:38. 2, 3. 68-64, Arizona. KJ Evans at the line for the Ducks. He's got 5 points. Short.
Such a huge stat line right now is Awaka on the bench for Arizona with 4 fouls.
Also a huge stat line, Oregon is shooting 43% at the free throw line, 6 of 14. As Dana Altman would say, got to hit those throws. Evans does. 68-65 now.
Cuts it to 3. Comes out in a tempo press. You feel the momentum shifting in the building.
7:37 to play. Arizona running point, Bradley. Bounces it to Lewis. Weaver on the perimeter to Love, the leading scorer for the Wildcats. Defended by Bamba. Help from a screen. Stolen! Shellstad deflects it. Can't keep possession. Arizona regains it. Left wing now. Bradley tries to pass it to Vasar. Deflected by Biddle. Ahead to Shellstad. Shellstad give to Angel. Ducks don't rush it. 7:05 left, down 3. Shellstad passes to Bamba. Bamba, right wing. Dribbles to the free throw line. Pass to Angel. 11 to shoot now. Bartholomew going left baseline. Can't score it. Arizona rebounds the miss.
And Bartholomew lost his shoe on the other end of the floor.
Vasar bounces it under the bucket to Lewis, who lays it in. Now the officials will stop play to give Keyshawn a chance to retie his shoe. Bad break there for the Ducks with 6:40 remaining. It's a 5-point game. Wildcats lead 70-65. Evans back in for Angel. Evans inbound to Shellstad. Tracy, Bamba, Biddle out there for the Ducks. 6:35 to go. 5-point Arizona lead. Bamba almost has it taken from him on the pass. Able to keep it. KJ Lewis defending him tight. Now pass to Biddle up top. Biddle fakes a handoff. Comes around from the right side. Hops under the basket. Puts one off the glass and down. 70-67. Oregon within 3. Bradley running point. 6:07 left. Bradley gets help from a screen to the right elbow, picks it up. Bounce to Vasar. Vasar tries to back down into Biddle. Biddle deflects the shot. Vasar grabs the miss. Pivots. Can't put the shot in. Ducks rebound the miss. 5:50 to go. No look. Under the basket. Evans can't score. Grabs it off the backboard. Arizona steals it out of his hands. Lewis ahead. Love is fouled. He went for the throwdown, and Biddle had to foul him.
Biddle did a nice job saving a fast break dunk and a big momentum swing that would have gotten Arizona's fans up off their feet. Oregon fans on their feet on one end, Arizona on the other. What a basketball game.
Love at the line for a pair. 88% foul shooter on the year. It's good. 71-67. Wildcats in front with 5:41 remaining. Love second. Good. 72-67. Shellstad coming up. Passes to Biddle up top, back to Shellstad, left wing. Around the perimeter, pass to Biddle. Hand off. A whistle. It's going to go against KJ Lewis.
That'll be free throws for Oregon. Heady play by Jackson.
The 9th team foul on the Wildcats.
He just kind of stopped in front of Lewis and let Lewis's momentum carry right into him, putting pressure on that official to make the call.
Shellstad, front end, 1-1. Good. 18 now for Jackson Shellstad, his first free throw of the game. 4-point lead. Bounces out. The free throw woes continue. Oregon 8 of 17 at the line. 4-point Arizona lead. Love defended by Bamba. Dribbles to the right wing and a foul on Bamba. Just a reach. 4th against the Ducks. Bamba picks up his 3rd. 5:10 to play. Wildcats by 4. Winner go home. Inbound to Love. Love gets help from a slip screen. Now he pulls up and he's blocked by Biddle. It goes right to Lewis. Able to get it back. Love trying to step to the basket. Now throws it out to the perimeter. Bryant triple short. Nate Biddle, strong rebound. Ducks down 4 with the ball. Shellstad, top of the circle. Give to Bamba.
KJ Evans got a mismatch in the post.
Now the Ducks get it to Shellstad. Shellstad pulls up, long 2, swish. Ducks within 2. 4.5 left in Seattle.
And here come the Oregon faithful on their feet. What an atmosphere.
Bradley, center of the floor. To Love. Love, help from a screen. Pulls up, triple, good. That guy can hit from anywhere. 75-70 Arizona. Coming up on the 4-minute mark. Shellstad to Biddle. Middle of the floor. Now to the right wing, Bamba. Bamba feels out the defense. Attacks. Middle of the lane. Bounces it under the basket to Biddle. Kick. Evans, left corner. This is the triple. Love, rebound. 3:47 left on the game clock. One more media timeout. Wildcats lead 75-70. Bradley defended by Shellstad. Screen coming. Bradley passes it away to Vasar. Pops the 3. Missed it to the left. Evans rebounds for Oregon.
Oregon only has one timeout, Joey. They've been playing this whole time.
Down 5. Shellstad gets to the baseline. Throws it to the perimeter. Now to Biddle. Ducks reset. 3:13 to play. Oregon with possession. Passes to Bamba. Right wing. Bamba with 8. 7. Still at the right wing. Now Bamba dribbling. Steps back for a triple. Off the mark. shot clock violation, but rebounded by Arizona anyway. 2:54 left. 5-point Wildcat lead. Lewis. Bamba on him. Angles to his right, passes to Vesar up top. Takes one dribble, hands to Love. He comes around, down the right side, throws it down. He got by the defense. 7-point Arizona lead. 2:32 remaining.
Oregon's in the 1-and-1. They need to be aggressive and go to the basket, not settle for jumpers.
Ducks have to take their last timeout to trigger the media timeout. 77-70. Wildcats lead in Seattle. Final break. Ducks, with the season on the line, trail by 7 here on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
Jan here. Spring is in the air. Time to get back outside with a new Toyota.
Go from dreaming it to driving it. Dealer inventory may vary. See your participating Toyota dealer for details. Event ends March 31st. Toyota, let's go places.
And we interrupt you with breaking news live from the Pepsi Wild Cherry aisle.
Steve, I've never seen anything like this. The bold, refreshing, and bursting with cherry deliciousness of Pepsi Wild Cherry is, well, let's just say everyone is getting wild. There's dancing, binge-watching, and this on-the-scene reporter can't wait to pop, lock, and drop it.
Pepsi Wild Cherry. Go ahead. Get wild.
Pepsi is proudly distributed by locally owned Bigfoot Beverages. Go Ducks, drink Pepsi.
Before watching the big game in the arena next to strangers turned into cheering for the home team with new friends, someone had to bring aloha. Kona Big Wave, bring the aloha. Copyright 2024 Kona Brewing Co., St. Louis, Missouri. 21 plus. Enjoy responsibly.
First Interstate Bank is the proud sponsor of the Community Hero Program. Throughout the year, Duck fans have been submitting stories about heroes in our community. And First Interstate Bank wants to recognize Robin Reedy. Robin is a dedicated coach and manager for Special Olympics Douglas County, working tirelessly 7 days a week to support athletes and special needs individuals. Always going the extra mile, she even helps out in neighboring counties when needed. On behalf of First Interstate Bank, thank you, Robin Reedy.
I want you to know. I said I want you to know right now. You've been good to me, baby.
Oregon basketball brought to you by Toyota. Let's go places. Ducks are down 7 with 2:27 to go. Had to use their final timeout to trigger that media timeout. You know, Luke, it felt like Oregon got within 2 and they almost needed a break closer to the 4-minute mark. That's why they had to take the timeout.
Yeah, it's tough to play when you're down 7 without any timeouts, but let me tell you something. 2.5 minutes can be an eternity. You get a stop and a score, all of a sudden the momentum changes. There's plenty of time to come back in this basketball game, but you got to do it at the defensive end. You need 3 stops in a row and 3 quality possessions. Keep the ball in Jackson Shellstad's hands. Look for him to be aggressive on the offensive end. You got to find a way, any means necessary right now.
Here we go. Winner plays in the Sweet 16. I don't want to think about what the loser does. It's a scoring drought of now 2 minutes and 7 seconds.
Continue to attack the rim. You're going to be in the double bonus. Knock down the free throws when you get the opportunity.
Ducks get it to Bamba. Right wing, now to Shellstad. Back to Bamba, left wing. Driving, Bamba scores. Went for the throwdown, was met by Vesar. Fouled, didn't get the throwdown. Ended up just being a very, 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 very acrobatic finish.
That is how you attack the rim and finish. TJ Bamba coming up huge with 2:17. Can cut this lead to 4 for Oregon. Plenty of time left.
To 72 with 2:17 to go. Bamba hits the free throw. 3-point play.
Mookie Cook in the game.
Top of the press. Oregon down, Arizona quickly inbound. Bradley stopped right sideline, passes, now gets it back, crosses the timeline as Oregon backs into the half-court defense. Bradley, now Vasar, handoff, Love, long three, Love hits. With Nate Biddle closing out on him, tip your cap. 80-73 Arizona. Now Shellstad at the other end, misses from the right wing. Ball tips out of bounds. They're saying Arizona ball. Keyshawn Barthelemy asking for a review.
I think that they need to look at this. TJ's hand was going the opposite direction. Arizona looked to have pulled that ball to the baseline. I wouldn't be surprised if Oregon gets this basketball back.
Arizona's hit the 80-point mark, though. This is what Oregon did.
Previous out-of-bounds play is under review. The call on the floor is Arizona ball.
Ducks have 4 fouls, Arizona 10 here down the stretch.
Caleb Love coming up big for Arizona. A fearless shooter and scorer. He's got 27 for the Wildcats.
Minute 49 left in Seattle. Joey Mack along with Luke Jackson. Need something here. So Caleb Love now has 27 on 10 of 18 shooting and 5 of 7 from 3. And he has not had a lot of open ones. Give him credit.
That last three-pointer that he knocked over, the outstretched hand, long arm of Nathan Biddle from 2 or 3 feet behind the three-point line. Such a clutch shot for a veteran performer. This is the stage where the stars shine.
Longer view.
Give Oregon an opportunity to talk about their defense, maybe draw up a play, coming back down. Oregon still has a few fouls before they're in the bonus. They have an opportunity to be aggressive and go for a steal here.
Well, and then you get into the strategy of down the stretch. It might not help you to only have 4 fouls.
I like going for a steal in the backcourt and being aggressive before you start fouling. I mean, it's too early to start fouling. You still got to get a stop here and try to cut it to at least a 1-possession game before you start fouling, if possible.
Looks like they're going to make a call.
After review, the ball was last touched by white number 5. The ball will be Oregon basketball. 1:49 on the clock.
Good call. Good call. Minute 49 left. Ducks are down 7 to the Wildcats.
Baseline out of bounds in a 1-4 set.
Bamba lobs it into a Wildcat. He threw it to Bradley. Up the floor, lob, alley-oop to Lewis. Rolls off the front of the rim. Ducks have some life. Ahead to Shellstad. Right wing now, Barthelemy hits the 3. Ducks are within 4 again. Minute 32 to go. Near disaster.
And it's so important in this situation that every player on the floor understands Oregon doesn't have a timeout.
Bamba lobbed it in looking for Biddle. It was over the top of Biddle. Easy turnover that Arizona could not capitalize on. Now the Ducks pressing, and they trap the ball. Bradley's tied up on the sideline, throws it ahead somehow to Love. Races under the basket. Vasar fouled by Bamba. 80-76 the tally. Wildcats by 4. Now a minute 21 to play. And Bamba picks up his 4th. He had to foul there, though. Would have been too easy of a basket.
And it stops the clock. It's not the end of the world. Vasar is a pretty good foul shooting big man.
69%. Rattles out.
Great foul.
Great foul. That's 5 on Oregon as a team. Arizona with 10.
And Oregon can cut it to a one-possession game right here with 1:21 left in the second half.
Basar again. Matt missed it. Bounced out. Ball deflecting, and it will stay with the Wildcats.
They're going to look at this, and I don't think that's the right call.
It deflected, they said, off Nate Biddle on the baseline on the missed free throw.
But again, I think Nate's hand was going the opposite direction of that basketball.
Previous out-of-bounds play is under review. The call on the floor is Arizona basketball.
Here we go. So,
I might be a little biased.
A bit on the Oregon Sports Network. Now, if you're listening on the Arizona Sports Network, down 20 seats to our right, Brian Jeffries is saying, got to be Arizona ball.
I love in this situation trying to find some of the Oregon parents and looking at, the fans are nervous. You think you're nervous. You look at a parent watching their kid out there, especially as a senior where it could be their last game, and what's at stake with this stage and Oregon staging this comeback with almost 1:19 left here in this game, and what a pivotal call as the officials review this basketball.
As it stands, the Ducks are down 4, and it would be Arizona ball with 1:19 to go. The Ducks are in the double bonus. Meanwhile, the Ducks do have fouls to give. Arizona fans and Oregon fans battling for the louder cheer here in Seattle.
What an amazing venue, Joey. They've really done a nice job.
Yeah, you played when it looked a little different in here.
Yeah, and I remember watching my running mate, Luke Ridnour, as a senior in college. He was a rookie and taking San Antonio to 7 games in the playoffs and just rooting for him. And what an amazing career he had. He's sitting right behind us.
Yeah, he's here tonight.
Next to Pat Kilkenny. And
a lot of Oregon faithful sitting across from the Oregon bench near us. Helps to...
After review, the call on the floor stands, white ball.
Okay.
20 seconds.
Just makes it a little harder. It's all right.
20 seconds on the shot clock. It's too soon to start fouling. 4-point game. Need a stop and a score here. Oregon still with no timeouts. It'll be Arizona ball, baseline out.
Wildcats trying to get it in. Love lobs it to Vasar. Vasar, hand around the perimeter to Bradley. Bradley defended by Bartholomew. Right around midcourt. Bradley passes now to Vasar and to Love. Comes around to the top. Love bounces it. Right wing catch. Bradley taking it toward the bucket. Missed it. Grabbed by Biddle.
It looked like it was an offensive goaltending by Vasar.
55 seconds to go. Oregon down 4. Bartholomew into Biddle. Biddle going to work the hook. Good. Ducks within 2.
Big shot for Nathan Biddle. Oregon in the press. KJ Evans at the top on the ball.
80-78 Wildcats. Arizona has to take a timeout. So Arizona will now have 1 left.
That last possession, Joey, it looked like Visar got his hand in the rim. No call. Oregon fortunate to come up with that rebound.
49.2 seconds left. Wildcats 80, Ducks 78. Just another blood pressure rising basketball game between Oregon and Arizona.
We've seen this before. 2 storied programs, lots of history, lots of experience from a lot of the players here. About Caleb Love and Nathan Biddle and some of the players on both of these teams that have played against each other. Oregon knocking Arizona out of the Pac-12 tournament last year.
they're always like this.
No one said it was going to be easy, Joe.
Nope. The last time the Ducks led was at the 4:34 mark in the first half, when it was 33-32. There has been one tie and 3 lead changes. 4 lead changes are necessary.
There's going to be a lot of pressure right now mounting on Arizona to get this ball in and across the midline without turning it over, as Oregon is just nipping on their heels.
They've been right there.
Refusing to go away.
Arizona 80, Oregon 78 with 49.2 seconds left. Wildcats 1 timeout left. Ducks none. Ducks are in the double bonus. Arizona inbound. Love bounce into Bradley. Ducks trapped. Thrown out. I think it was tipped by Bradley. Oregon ball. The trap worked.
They're going to review it, but
as they should.
The play happened about 20 feet away, and it was pretty obvious that went off the fingertip of the Arizona Wildcats.
Review call on the floor is Oregon.
And it gives Oregon an opportunity to huddle up and draw a play.
Free timeout.
It's a free timeout, and Dana's out there with the whiteboard. It is a tough place to inbound the basketball in the very deep corner for Oregon.
45.5 seconds are left on the game clock as the officials review it. What a great trap, though, executed by the Ducks. Evans rotated over, Bomba right there. Well done.
An amazing trap. KJ Evans and Bomba with their length and strength to be able to close the door and not let Bradley slip through there. And the amount of pressure with everyone in the building standing on their feet to be able to complete that play.
The call on the floor stands. Oregon basketball.
All right. Spot in the Sweet 16 on the line in Seattle. So Oregon will inbound. Bomba from the sideline. Has to throw it deep. Knocked out of bounds by Arizona's Love. He went for Barthélemy, Bomba did, and Love was able to close in and knock it out. They're going to review it again.
And that was
previous out-of-bounds play is under review. Call on the floor is Green basketball.
And we talked about it. It was just a very difficult place to take the ball out of bounds. You don't have a lot of room. It's almost like you have 2 extra defenders when you're that deep in the corner. Oregon tried to throw the ball into the backcourt, and Caleb Love just sprinted down there and got a hand in it.
Looked like a defensive back from the safety position closing on a receiver on a deep ball.
The shot clock won't restart.
Won't reset, right? So 18 on the shot clock now.
Yeah. 44.2 on the game clock.
Makes it a little easier to inbound, though, from the backcourt sideline rather than the corner or the front court.
And you can give a guy like Jackson Shelstead a full head of steam going to the basket, and I think that there's a decent chance that Oregon tries to go for a quick 2 right here. They're in the double bonus. Get something going to the rim.
Still reviewing it. And I know it slows the game, but I like when the officials always confirm. There's so much on the line down the stretch. Get it right.
After review, the call on the floor stands. Green basketball. The game clock will be reset to 44.7 seconds.
They seem to be getting these calls correct.
Yeah, no doubt. So the Ducks will now inbound from the sideline, trailing 80-78.
I'm not so sure I don't just give Jackson Shelstead the ball right here and just get the heck out of the way.
Ducks do get it to him. Everyone else positions. Bounce to Bamba, right wing with 11. Bamba attacking the basket. Gets to the left block. Turnaround hook. Missed it. Arizona rebound. A walk-up pulled it down. Now the Ducks foul. Shellstad hit Bradley. With 25.9 seconds left, Arizona leads by 2. Bamba's the guy that can get to the basket. And it was the second effort after he stopped, pivoted, that didn't go.
And they had an opportunity to foul Waka, but he got rid of the ball so quick. Still one more foul to give. Oregon with an opportunity to turn Arizona over right here.
Pam Tracy's going to check in for the Ducks.
Don't want to let anything get down long here.
Bamba out with 4 fouls.
Go offense with defense. Pam Tracy and TJ Bamba.
Arizona sideline out into Love. Ducks trap him. He passes out of it to Bradley, and Barthélemy fouls Bradley with 21.6. Barthélemy, his first, 7th on the Ducks, will send Arizona to the line with a 2-point lead. Ducks position themselves around the lane. Bradley to the charity stripe. Bradley in the game, 11 points. This is his first free throw. An 83% foul shooter. Hits the front end of the 1-and-1. 3-point lead for the Wildcats.
And if he makes it, it's a situation where you still have a 2-score lead, and you got to get down the floor, not necessarily settle for a 3, get an early 2.
Bradley second. Short, rebound Biddle. Ducks are down 3. 18 seconds to go. Here we go. Shellstad angles to the right. Now tries to attack. He gets by the defense and lays it in. Oregon is within 2. Within 1. After the 2 from Shellstad.
Oregon has to foul right here on the catch.
10.6 to go, and Arizona takes the final time out. Boy, the critical 2 from Shellstad. He got by the D.
Arizona did a nice job running Shellstad off the line. That's the guy that Oregon wants with the ball in his hand in that situation. Heady play by Jackson, taking the early 2. He's going to put some pressure on Arizona to get the ball in here, and then with the foul, you have to make 2. It's still a 1-possession game.
Shellstad now 22 points, couple of assists. 10.6 to play. Arizona 81, Oregon 80. Arizona 11 for 18 at the line. The Ducks 9 for 18 tonight.
Oregon's going to put Nathan Biddle on the ball with his length.
Bamba still on the bench with those 4 fouls. Arizona has a player fall down. They inbound to Del Orso. Quick foul.
Nearly a 5-second call.
Nearly. 81-80 Wildcats. The foul on Shellstad. Number 2 on Shellstad. 8th on the Ducks. To the line, number 3, Anthony Del Orso, 89% at the line this year.
He's only attempted 37.
makes the front end. It's a 2-point game.
And does Arizona elect to foul Oregon if they make this free throw and not let Oregon get a 3 off?
Second free throw. Wildcats by 2. Del Orso makes it. And now he checks out. The big man, Owaka, back in a double-double so far in the game.
Jackson Shellstad with the ball.
Ducks are down by 3, and Shellstad is fouled by Bradley at midcourt. I think that's smart basketball by Arizona.
It looked like they weren't going to foul him. Let him take a little time off the clock.
Right. That's the 4th on Bradley. 2 free throws here for Shellstad. It's going to come down to free throws. The first is good. Jackson this year, 85% at the line.
I think you might have to think about intentionally missing this free throw here.
83-81. Arizona leads with 5.7 seconds left. Biddle and Evans flanked by a pair of Wildcats. Shellstad makes the free throw. 83-82 Arizona. No timeouts left. You can get a steal, but definitely got a foul. Lewis trying to get it in, does to Del Orso. Shellstad reaches for him and fouls him. 4.4 seconds on the game clock.
Which is enough time to drive the floor and get a shot off.
83-82 Wildcats. Ducks haven't led since the first half.
On a miss, an Oregon big has got to hit a guard right away with an outlet and go up the floor. Can't hold on to it and take a dribble.
Del Orso again to the line.
The 1-and-1.
1-and-1. That was the 9th on the Ducks. And Del Orso makes it. 5.2 seconds now on the game clock. 2-point Arizona lead. Del Orso now with 11 points, and he's 3 for 3 at the line. Some critical ones here down the stretch. Next free throw for Del Orso. 2-point Arizona lead with 5.2 to play, and he makes it. So the Ducks have to hit a 3 to tie it. Arizona makes subs.
I think you have to get something going towards the basket.
5.2 seconds to play. Quick inbound. Shellstad is fouled. He was trying to get the shot up from midcourt, but the whistle will come before he could launch the ball. Foul went on Love with 3.6 seconds left. Wildcats ahead by 3. Shellstad 2 free throws coming. Now do you got to miss the second one? The first is good.
I do think that you need to intentionally miss this and try and get a tip out.
Arizona 85. Oregon 83. 3.9 seconds to go in the round of 32. Shellstad, quick trigger miss, bounces around, rebound Love, he's fouled. He threw it quickly off the backboard, and then it hit the front of the rim and rolled down to the Wildcats. I think he was trying to go for the surprise, ended up rebounding right to Arizona. Dane Altman with his arm around Jackson Shellstad, talking to him.
It's just a tough situation. It's a judgment call, and it's something that you got to be on the same page with your coach and all the players. And
so now 2.2 seconds on the game clock. Wildcats 85, Ducks 83. Caleb Love, the game's leading scorer at the game, with 27 points. He's 2 of 2 at the line. His first is good. So now it's 86-83. And one more free throw. And Arizona's in great position. 2.2 seconds left. 86-83 Wildcats. Love's second free throw here. He makes it. 87-83 Arizona. The Ducks will have to heave it into Biddle, who fires from half court off the rim. Wildcats win. 87-83 final in another classic between Oregon and Arizona on the hardwood.
just a hard-fought game by the Ducks. You got to tip your hat to the Arizona Wildcats and Caleb Love, who hit so many big shots, but I think that's a game that Coach Altman and Oregon would love to have back with how many free throws they left hanging in the balance.
Yeah, Oregon went 12 of 22 at the line, 55%. A difference maker. One of many difference-making stats here in this one. Arizona wins 87-83, and Oregon's great season comes to a close in the NCAA tournament round of 32 here in Seattle. Post-game show coming up on the Oregon Sports Network from Learfield.
At U.S. Bank, when they say they're in it with you, they mean it. Not just for the good stuff, the grand openings and celebrations, although those are pretty great.